Hello.
Hello. Ari. So load up. I did a little bit of grinding, so I should have like 350 vials.
That's good. We'll need them.
And we'll load her up.
I defeated Rom, so there's no need to pull you into my world.
Oh yeah.
If my help becomes necessary later.
In my spare time, I also came back and killed Jura. I pushed him off the building.
How kind of you.
Yeah. I figure if he was gonna start shooting me for coming this way anyway, I might as well make that not happen. For a second,
Then I knock on your door.
Oh, hello.
I'm not gonna do.
Okay.
Three's Company 2.
We will go over here. And there we are. We're now live.
I imagine we constitute a good portion of the total number of people that are talking about Three's Company.
We bring it up all the time.
It keeps coming up. It's not like some big show or anything. It's also from 1,000 years ago. So if you took the total number, like total times it has been mentioned, we constitute a good portion of it.
Probably.
Look, John Ritter is okay, and Don Knotts is great, and I don't know who the women ones are. But John Ritter and Don Knotts are both great.
Things Company 2.
Quit your screaming.
Why are you here?
Kinda just seeing if they drop anything I can use.
Probably at best a bloodstone shard. Maybe some antidotes, but there shouldn't be anything particularly important they'd be dropping.
Didn't know if maybe they would have a blood vial or something.
No.
Alright, we'll go this way. Then we'll go this way. Then we'll go this way.
Which way are you going?
Oh. Just kind of
A
going.
death way.
This is the most roundabout way to get to a lantern I've ever seen.
It's fine.
It is.
You were like near one, now you're just going farther away to a different.
It's fine. Collect a few souls.
Just
along
wondering.
the way.
You also have many bolt hunter's marks, so you could just go. You have that ability, you know.
And I don't really use those. So. Go ahead. Why not? Get me out of here. Let me just slap it on my face and teleport away.
Don Knotts died while that show was going, and then that show went downhill after he died.
Damn.
I don't think I've actually seen that many episodes at all, but the song is stuck in my head forever.
Don Knotts was Mr. Limpet.
I think I saw like
a
2
forgotten
episodes.
Disney cartoon. Well, Disney cartoon movie. From during the war.
Family Matters was my show.
Roseanne! Roseanne, why?
You gotta get over that. That happened years ago now.
The wound is fresh.
She did horrible things.
Like
She
that
committed
was
crimes.
the before. That was the before times.
Roseanne, why?
Welcome home, good
She
hunter.
was so correct for so long.
What is it you desire?
It only takes one slip of the
Very
mind,
well,
you see.
then.
No, I can't level up yet. Okay.
Farewell, good hunter.
Fire whale.
So I think in terms of progress, you can either work on Cainhurst or Yahar'gul.
I believe we
those are
were
your
in the
choices at this
process of
point.
doing Cainhurst last time.
You were partway through Cainhurst. We'd opened up the first shortcut.
So let's just head back to Cainhurst. Would it be in here? It would not be in here. It would be over here. Forsaken Castle Cainhurst. So these vampires that are going to be in this vampire castle, are they weak to fire?
No. But they're weak
No.
to righteous damage.
Oh, so...
I mean, you've been killing them pretty easily.
Oh yeah, I've been using Ligarius' wheel. I don't know how good that'll work here, though. We'll
I've
switch
not
that
used
out.
it all that much.
It's very heavy, and it takes a lot of time to swing, and these things are not good for it.
So the shortcut is over there. That's the, nope. Nope. Yep. Nope.
No.
Nope.
Go back to the lantern,
Yep.
and then whenever you go towards the castle, go right instead of left.
Let me just kill this thing first. What do you think you're doing? Fucker, bitch. So go right?
Yes.
I'm already doused in the life-giving juices.
I believe you're about to get Evelyn.
Yes. I think you can get that in the next room. In this room, or either in this room or the next room.
I remember there were things in here.
Yep.
Yeah, you wanted to do stuff in here, and we were like, no, you need to go away.
And he needs to unlock the shortcut.
They will totally push you with this devotion and stab you 20 times.
I hate it.
They don't even give a shit.
None of that. Oh, I thought that would kill you. I have a church weapon. It killed you in life and it'll kill you in death.
You gotta kill those dead things.
Of course. It is their purpose in life. Ow, what was that?
There's a thing up there blowing darts at you. It's marking you.
Now they really hate you.
Is that what's
And
making them
they all
scream
become
at
a
me?
lot more aggressive.
Don't
See.
get close to them when they scream.
Ow. Ow. You guys are being mean. Just stop it. I can't even see the
I
dark.
wonder what this enemy is called.
Stop screaming. Die, you little bastard. You guys are being hysterical. You're already dead. Just calm down. Can't really do anything about it.
Okay, there's a chest in this room. If you look up on the left, lady.
Reaching that ghost ass.
On the opposite wall from what you're next to. Over there. If you get across here, there's that chest. Yeah. So if you go up that stairs to the right, it'd be behind you now. There's stairs over there, and then you can get on top of the table. Nope. Right.
Oh, up there.
And then you can get the chest.
Ooh.
Puzzle solved.
I did it. Evelyn.
Just like the witness.
Yes.
What is Evelyn?
Very similar.
Is it a key item?
It's a weapon.
It's a gun.
Oh. I haven't had one of those in a while.
It's one I use personally.
One of the best guns in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I need a lot more blood tinge to use
It
them.
requires lots of blood tinge.
It's also pretty. It's very golden colored and heavily engraved.
Nothing around here gonna jump out of nowhere and try to kill me immediately. I know things like to do that.
There are no like invisible walls in the main game, but there are in the labyrinth, like Dark Souls.
Oh,
Where you
that's
just
a new
slap a wall and then it happens.
Like, which is some real bullshit considering they're already randomly generated.
That is some real bullshit. Where is it? I don't see him. Oh,
What?
there he is. Look, friend, you gotta die. You gotta die. It's your time. Ow. Ow. You little cunt. I missed. Oh. Oh.
I'm trying to connect to my computer.
You're on mine.
You tried connecting to my computer there.
I didn't even have my hand on the mouse.
Well, that's what you were doing.
Windows sent me a notification that he was trying to get into me as well.
Huh.
What are you trying to do? What are you trying to pull?
Trying to reverse hack us.
I'm on camera.
Oh,
You
hack
can
back.
see what I'm doing.
I don't trust you.
Look, friend, I got a bigger sword than you. I'm bigger and better. Someone is definitely doing something in my computer. Oh. Oh. It was trying to use the input of my controller to do things in Parsec. I see.
So you've just been sending invites to us and stuff like that.
That makes sense now. Put that cane down. You the last Dartman? I probably have to go out there.
You will.
I hear ghosts. I can't tell if they're in here. Okay. Awesome. I don't see anything else. So let's go. Oh, I grabbed it.
You snatched him as you were falling.
What are you?
Oil.
Gargoyle.
Things that you love committing. I don't understand it.
Get out of here. Get out of here. You're not wanted.
The way to progress, by the way, is right there. It's very easily missable. Not that.
Not that.
It is in fact that. That would be
Oh.
progress. Just, yeah. But there's also room in here.
Quit your crying. Walk it off. Oh. She holds up her own head and screams. How many women were here?
Enough, clearly.
They're all widows. They're sad about being widows.
Well, they should stop. It's really annoying sounding.
Now that I think about it, there's no canon male Vile Bloods, is there? I guess
Nope.
don't know what the
The bloody crow Cainhurst, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh. Get me out of here.
Don't get close to them when they scream at you.
Ah,
At
son
one
of a
point, there was
bitch.
going to be a king of Cainhurst, but that was gone before the final one. At some point in development.
Oh. Fuck. I'm gonna get you. I got you. Any over here? Gimme. Ooh.
That is an arcane magics.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a
A
consumable.
particularly violent one.
How would one even observe? Is it a key item?
No. It's in the consumables.
Your mind is too stupid.
Oh, that it is. The gloves of an executioner from a faraway land, passed from executioner father to executioner son. These gloves can be used to summon wrathful spirits of the past. Interesting. Do I just have to cut myself and then I get some of these ghosts to fight with me or something?
It's just some flavor text. It's Quicksilver bullets.
Yeah, our blood's in the Quicksilver bullets.
Yeah.
Look. Ow. You're being a lot right now. Go grieve somewhere else.
The Night Set! You can look like a right proper fucking dandy now.
You can. It's one of my favorite sets in the game.
Maybe I will.
Bedecked in jewels.
Oh my.
There's a hat one, but I think it's somewhere else.
There is. It's on the roof.
I think that works perfectly.
You're bedecked in your finest finery.
I am beautiful. I am a beautiful human.
Hands coated with gold rings.
As all the best humans are.
Yes, I am a hunter.
Is this the room? Oh, there's a thing. So I assume so. Hello?
Yeah, I liked mix matching the Cainhurst set and the Night set. It looked really pretty.
Both very Pam.
I like the red. Red is favorite color. Hello?
Ladder.
Are you on the floor?
You just passed a ladder. That had a
Ladder.
ladder on it.
Me climb ladder. This is a rather confusingly designed place. I feel as though
The
this could have
shortcut
been...
that you just opened up was the first room you come to when you come out of the shortcut. So you go from lantern up the ladder into that room and then up this ladder.
Got a warm blood gemstone.
Blood-tinged stuff.
Ah. Well, I don't know how that stuff works. Do I
That
just...
also means you can't use the katanas later.
Aw.
Because they are of Cainhurst.
The bloody sword of Cain. What are you? Oh, you're another thing. You're gonna die. You're not getting away from me. Give me. Ah! Chunks! I got chunks! I heard a baby.
Better go.
Hello? Is someone up here?
You're real close to the boss.
You are.
Excuse
That's the
me,
last
sir.
piece of the night set.
It is.
Massacre this gargoyle for it.
Gimme! Oh, hello. They want me.
Where was the Ritter Palacha? Did we already get that?
I already have that one.
You got that. That was in the first room of the area.
Relentless assault.
The Night Wig.
How pretty.
Ponytail thing.
Yes. Well, personally, I like the hat a little more. So I shall wear Gascoigne's cap.
You can put a top hat on!
I can also put a top hat on.
There's a top hat!
That is rather pim. Rather human, one might say.
It's like mixing aesthetics from the Elizabethan and Victorian era.
Whatever works.
It's all pim, you see.
Like, and then you can have a wig on and add the Georgian era in there as well. Just be the most British. Yeah, you want to drop down into that precariousness. Oh, you did it so aggressively.
I had
In
no
my
choice.
57 times of playing this game, I don't think I've ever fallen off that bit.
I have.
I know.
I mean, ooh, kin cold blood. That's what I got off ROM.
In new games, like almost all the drops are replaced with like
Either
Bloodborne.
Madman's Knowledge or the Big Cold Bloods.
Oh.
Yeah.
all of the key items that you already have.
Hello.
Okay, so this is the way to Bose.
It does look rather
I
boss.
will warn, Logarius. There was an item back there.
There was.
Yes. Turn around. Nope. Turn around. You're going away. That way.
Oh.
You like turned and stared
Your
at
eyes
it
were
and like walked
blind.
away.
You did. You stared directly at it.
Well, my eyes did not perceive that which
You
was directly
stared at
in
it and
front
then
of them.
paused and looked at it for a minute and then walked away. So I would say Logarius is one of the harder bosses of the game. He's a bastard. So there you go. Have that. Let me just
Maybe
put that
it'll
on
be
the
fine.
table.
Yay. I might.
And it's a whole jog to get back here too. So
Mhm.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't have any papers or anything. Alright. Guess we just get good. Hello, sir.
I don't think you'll need any antidotes for a while, so you can take those off if you want.
Are you the
He's-
one that sent me the invitation to come here?
he's one of those magic casty guys,
Oh.
and he puts all the magic casty guys of Dark Souls to fucking shame with how they tend to just be real fragile and they like teleport a bit.
Mm-hmm.
He's a magic casty guy who'll come up and hit you right in the head real hard.
Oh, I don't like that. Are you a little cold, sir?
Logarius is actually the head of the
The
Executioners.
executioners, yeah.
Oh.
The covenant that Alfred was a part of and the people who wiped out Castle Cainhurst.
You could have joined them, but you cannot now.
You committed crimes and cannot.
Do I just have to
Also,
get
if
there
you
without
defeat
killing
Logarius, you
anything?
get his crown, by the way.
Oh.
And you can just wear it around if you so desire.
What are you doing? No, no! Ow, that
He
hurt.
has big Orthodox Russian vibes to him. He's doing some stuff.
Oh!
I'm gonna tell you right now, you need to get in there because
This will get you killed. What you're doing.
because he gets more over time. You need to get in there. He also has a pretty cool sword.
Yes.
You need to fucking chill.
Also, don't fall off.
I'll try.
There ain't no guardians.
Oh!
Made you see your death. Him fighting him on many games is a lot of fun. But maybe this will be fun. There's always hope.
You can use my wrong tactic of hit him and also never get hit.
There's
call
this,
that the
there's
get
this
good
leech
strategy.
strat. There's this leech strat where you reduce the enemy's boss health.
And you don't let them hit you.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to give that a shot.
If what you're doing doesn't work out, then you can try that.
That's an AoE. That's
Oh, I can't make him
your
stop.
ass.
Ooh.
His sight got longer, and he cast faster. And the music got
Ooh.
more, and he has the flying sword.
Sir, you're being a lot right now.
Yes, I am.
You just missed.
He's like, I'm gonna do some flying.
Can you
My
not?
whole light power.
I'd really like it if you did. Ow! Oh!
Sometimes he goes real crazy, and sometimes he just one laser swing. definitely a boss that could send you to hurt. Because
He knows and he'll come for you.
yeah, well, as soon as you get hurt, he sprint.
Well, he's being a right bastard about it. I don't have very many vials left.
What our strategy really ended up being, other than maybe just having a shotgun.
Yep.
That's all it came down to.
The last time we fought him, we were having a really bad time with him. It was the last time we fought him in here. And if I remember correctly, after a really long time, we out aggressed him. And we did it my way. And we had a, even though that was a new game behind me, our ass.
Okay.
And we had Tyler with us as well.
We did.
So we had a full group, and he still kept killing the shit out of us. And I remember on the run where we won on my end, all of you guys had died, and he had half a health bar left. And I got good and did it.
Well, I think what I might do actually is run back and maybe grab some papers. That way I can do a little bit of extra damage to him.
Even though my initial playthrough of Bloodborne was a co-op one, I do have to point out I did defeat Lady Maria pretty quickly on my own because we mistakenly thought that you couldn't co-op against her because of weirdness with how her boss room and its proximity to another boss room is.
There's no reason to use papers. He's strong against all the elemental damage.
Oh. Well. Fuck.
Well, you can go buy some blood vials with that.
I could. That would be useful. I have like 300, but...
Oh, actually,
more
you got some
is always
Bloodstone
better.
Chunks. So
I
maybe you can
did.
upgrade the weapon.
Upgrade the weapon.
That would be way better. Boom, 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 boom,
I had one time where I had a weapon almost break on me, and after that I became incredibly paranoid about it.
Anytime I was in the Hunter's Dream, I would just go up there and fix everything.
I would ignore it, and I remember Jordan and I were going through an area that was being real rough. I don't remember where it was. I think it might have been in the Hunter's Nightmare. And I had my fucking cane was like about at risk, and it was a bad time. It was like fighting the fucking shark people in the fishing hamlet or something, and it's like your cane's gonna break. Not now.
Well, that's not good.
Like, it's not the time for that.
The horrid bastard sharkmen.
They're really horrid.
There comes a time.
We'll still see them later.
There comes a time where you get to a new game, an amount of new game pluses where it doesn't matter how much health you have, they'll just instant kill you if you let them hit you.
Oh. Yay.
They do so much damage, and you can't level up enough to compensate for it, so you just have to not get hit.
Yeah.
You just
They're
gotta
in the
get
DLC.
good.
They're in the last area of the DLC.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's try this again.
So now you'll want to go up the elevator, and then you'll want to just like basically zigzag through that spooky room.
And then go up the ladder, and then go across the roofs.
It's quite a jaunt.
It is. You should send the elevator back down next time.
Probably. I am so pretty.
Or you could just win and not make there be a next time.
That is also true.
That's also an option.
Whew. So zigzag. This is not the way. Ziggy McZaggerson.
So Stay dinner in my stomach's agreeing with me. I believe.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
The wrong way.
You go go that way.
Go through the room.
Yeah, and then to the left.
We're streaming and being done.
Logarius is checking his watch.
Go real slow this time, and then go up the ladder. No. Yep.
That ladder right there. Safety.
Yep.
Bang.
Ow.
I'm in.
Ow.
Hope they don't knock you off that.
Thankfully.
They did make you use a vial before you get to the boss, though.
They did, so you only got 19.
Which is nice of them.
Such nice ladies. And gentlemen.
These fine fellas. I will point out you have quite a few blood souls in Logarius' boss room as well.
I do. It was like 40,000 or something.
Yeah.
Enough for like 2 level ups. I don't like that drop takes health. It annoys me.
If you dodge at the end of a fall, I think you take less damage. So if you do the roll right after.
Gotta tumble.
Possibly. I may have made that up.
I have that sometimes. It's like I may be lying.
This may be a lie, I'm telling you.
Look, bud.
I really don't like how obtrusive those
They want you to know.
They distract the hell out of me.
Oh.
Get ready to do that dog again, boy.
Hope you memorized it.
My God.
Imagine if they hit us with that shit.
It would have been nothing we can do. I imagine the damage he's doing is probably arcane. And I imagine, given the insanely high level we are, and the insanely high arcane skill, I imagine there's quite a bit of arcane happening.
Come on.
The damage that inflicts is directly corresponds to how far away you are. Miles, to half your health bar. Get their swords at you.
I did an extra burst and I wasn't expecting it.
When the music starts getting real screamy, things get bad.
When that Latin choir comes out.
They do like to do that as soon as things get real fun.
Logarius' music reminds me of the, what's the name of the director? He did Falling Down and he did the Bad Batman movies. I'm about to reference the Bad Batman movies.
Chris Nolan?
No, the bad one.
No.
He also did Falling Down and The Lost Boys. Joel Schumacher.
Joel Schumacher. Yeah.
It reminds me of kind of like how the Batman music was in the Joel Schumacher films, like with the high gothic like sounding music they had a lot of times in those movies.
Mm-hmm.
Or especially for like landscape shots of Gotham, or it'd just be like, "Ah!" like randomly. Logarius' music reminds me of that.
how much damage they took. I'm probably gonna have to take one before I get there after I fall down that little bit too.
It was remarkable that you didn't get got by their screams that often when you went through it first. I thought for sure you were going to, but you were just like just outside of the radius repeatedly.
I am a lucky boy. Ha ha ha. Oh. I hear awful things.
You like grabbed that with your toes as you were falling down. Your toes gripped the edge and pulled you on.
I'm just that good.
You have spurs, golden spurs.
Like any good knight.
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
Jingle jangle.
I merrily alone.
I wonder how mounted combat would work in a Soulsborne game.
I don't know. Elden Ring is supposed to be open world, so that might happen.
I don't know. I don't believe any of that. The amount of vagaries with that title and that they've released.
I love the subreddit for it. They've gone fully hollow.
They will say like the most basic of thing about the game, and they will go on as if like a book has been released. It's like they said nothing, you weirdo.
I know, I love it, it's hilarious.
Like they've said literally nothing.
Uh-huh.
It's like, oh, but this means this. It's like, no, it doesn't. You may speak Dark Souls, but I speak corporate. And I can tell you now that they told you nothing. And
there was a trailer leak like a month or two ago. It was literally the second coming of Christ. It was the second coming of Christ. There was like 30 seconds of a leaked trailer that was like shot on a potato, low quality. It was like Jesus had come. Jesus had come to us all.
Look, Frank, you gotta chill.
The phrase "shot on a potato." I imagine someone holding a potato up, and then afterwards they take a cheese grater and they grate the potato on it. And then if you move the grates around enough of the shreds, then you get an image of what it recorded.
Yes.
Good potato quality. It all comes down to the acidity of the potato. That's important.
A high acidity potato will ruin the film.
It will. It's gotta be neutral or basic.
Run away!
And don't even fucking start on rusting. Don't give me that bullshit.
Like those red bastards. You go up to a produce section and you ask the produce manager, like, which one of these gives the best definition?
I want the highest quality, at least 1080p, possibly 4K if you got it.
Yeah, where are the 4K potatoes? I'm willing to pay.
I've heard rumors of 8K, but I don't know if I trust it.
The 4K potato is what I spend my
Yeah.
Ow.
I thought he did a graphic or something, which I believe he does have. I believe he has a graph. I think he stabs you and then explodes you.
He's doing mean things.
Wow! Whoa! I like it when he starts hitting you and you have under half health. Your blood vial consumption went up drastically, like when he started his second form.
It was mostly under control, and then suddenly it wasn't in the slightest. Couldn't get that blood in fast enough.
I couldn't see it.
Well, you are losing blood at a rapid rate.
Death is coming. I see it.
Oh, he was kind and didn't finish you while you were stuck on a wall. I think dodging on his right, your left is the way.
When he swings from his left, I need to dodge. When he swings from his right, I need to dodge to his right. can't see him. When
That
he goes
whole
up
them
like-
flying up and I don't know where they are shenanigans is really bad with the orphan cops. The final boss of the game, kinda, sort of.
Oh. Oh.
He very slowly teed off on you 3 times.
He's being a right douche.
Whenever we did New Game Pluses, when we had our little list of bosses, Logarius was on the list.
He's on it.
Problem.
Is he weak to the holy damage?
No,
probably not.
He's
He was
the
an
leader of the
executioner.
Executioners. No,
So then
he works for the church.
I might just try.
It mentioned no weaknesses at all, so I doubt he has any particular.
Yeah,
special
he just
weakness.
you gotta get real good. Maybe you can recruit help or something if things get bad.
I'll just use the stake driver, try to jump around a little bit more, be more mobile.
It's like, remember, you can always scream for your cauliflower friend.
But I've been able to do it so far, and I think I can get good enough to do it, so I think I want to try.
Honestly, I think that the bosses that would be the ones where you might give up on potentially are all the ones in the DLC. Well, not all of them, but the lion's share of them in the DLC. Lawrence, Ludwig, possibly Lady Maria.
Yeah.
Maria.
Maybe Orphan of Cost if he's being a lot.
It's
harder to
one of those
aggression
bosses
him
that's a
if
multi-phase.
you're only one person.
Yeah, Lady Maria and Orphan of Cost is one of those bosses that get exponentially harder each phase. Like, their first phase is fairly easy, and then they get troublesome, and then they become insane ridiculous by their last phase.
Well, that's always a fun time. Logarius doesn't seem that bad in the beginning, but as soon as he starts doing that extra shit with his other sword and starts
He gets
getting
real
mad,
fast.
yeah, and he starts taking extra
get
steps
fast.
forward whenever he swings, and
He doesn't have a third phase, so
Nope.
it's just his first lazy phase, and then he's like, okay, I'm serious now phase. When the music gets screamy.
there they are. Where my blood's at?
Where my people at? Where my people at? Where my people at?
I would love to have his outfit on here.
That'd be great. It's a very Dark Souls 3 outfit.
It is.
actually.
He's a very Dark Souls 3 looking kind of guy.
I could totally imagine him.
He's like a step sibling of Pontiff Sullivan.
I can see it.
Archdeacon Logarius.
He can show them the blood magic. Dark Souls. Software and Bethesda are two companies that have like toyed around with Lovecraft for so long. Like Bloodborne finally got like From Software's like, okay, we're gonna do a Lovecraft thing now. We've been fiddling with it for so long.
We've been teasing you. We got it though. This is it.
Bethesda can't make their mind. He's gonna hit you. This is nope.
You're dead. Dead. Goodbye.
No.
I didn't get hit this time.
Bethesda doesn't know what they're doing about it.
They don't.
But I'm sure they would love to do a proper Lovecraft game. There was a nice sweet spot from like 2010 to 2018, I'd say, where people got really into Lovecraft for a bit, but they didn't realize all the racist stuff yet. And that's when companies should have got in there. Bloodborne got in there.
Took advantage while the iron was hot.
Yeah, before everyone said, "Oh, hey, hang on."
There's some
What was
words
the
I'm
name of
reading
his
in
town?
here. There's some words I'm reading, and they're a little suspects.
This plot seems a bit to rely on eugenics and stuff. I don't know about this.
Why is everybody from Africa described as like an animal?
Yeah.
And all of the people who aren't pish-posh white people are just deemed as strange amalgamations of man and beast. Even the poor white people.
A key theme of Lovecraft is the mixing of bloods and how evil that is. Like Shadow over Innsmouth is a big one. There's some implications in that story about mixing races and how disastrous that is. My view is that he wasn't a Klansman, so I don't care.
He wasn't a Klansman. He was just a very paranoid, well, scared boy in a grown man's body.
Most white people in human history are racist.
That is true.
You can't get around it. If they didn't harm people on the basis of that racism, I can't be bothered to care. Oh.
Okay. Slide over here. We'll dip down here. Grab these with our toes. I could probably attempt to land on the little railways, but I feel like I immediately fall.
You could play that game if you want.
That seems like a razor's edge.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like necessarily a great idea, but maybe if it'll make me get good.
Ludwig's Holy Sword matches the Knight set really well.
It does. Alright, sir, I don't plan on dying to you anymore.
Like, that's it, I've had enough!
Like, I'm gonna win now, I've said it.
I don't know even remotely where your blood cells are.
Me neither.
They could be anywhere. They're there.
Oh, there they are.
You got a pan for him. He's coming. Man, only 2 skulls did that to you.
So don't
He
get hit by all
fired
of them.
literally 10 at you, and 2 annihilated your health.
Just one of those hits me for almost more than I can heal. Nope. You're doing dumb things. Ow. You should really stop.
I think this is another fight where the old Hunter's Bone would be really useful.
Could be, yeah.
So that you can get away from his explosions. You need to have a better brain.
I'm trying.
Your brain isn't good enough.
You only need like 15 arcane. I think you have like 10 or 12 now to use the old Hunter's Bone. I think you need back a full of more. Oh, I could see the particle effect
Nearly
from that.
there.
Was like right on your nose.
Oh!
All bosses have a limit to where if you hit them enough times, they'll get tired. And you can get them.
Many bosses you can also just parry straight up with your gun.
I do have one.
I wouldn't test that. I don't know about that.
They do, you can.
I'm sure you can, but you haven't been parrying this entire time. Like the whole game, really.
Not exactly practiced.
I mean, parrying is the way you're supposed to beat Lady Maria. That's the one way where it's like she's impossible unless you did. I beat her without. Oh.
Look, Master Ligarius. You're
Martyr Ligarius.
You're bastard Ligarius to me right now.
It's a different M word.
He is a martyr because he has imprisoned himself here forever so that he can imprison someone else up there forever.
I wonder who else needs imprisoning.
I don't know.
And when you defeat him, you will free them.
Maybe
And they will offer you the ability to join a new covenant.
Oh.
And become a member of Castle Cainhurst.
It's a very empty castle at this point.
It's pretty, though. It's pretty and it's mine.
I want it. I want this castle. It's mine.
They're so upset that you ran past them.
Joe Human doesn't like to ignore the ladies, but Joe Human will if Joe Human needs to.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, Britannia, Britannia, rule the waves. Britons never, never shall be
The symbol that
slaves.
appears on your back is the corruption rune, which is the covenant rune for this area. So it's like they are marking you as an enemy of the Vile Bloods.
Yeah.
Do you just like automatically have that debuff on you if you have that corruption rune like etched into
No.
you?
No.
There's a little
Pointing out that little
golden,
thing.
there's a pretty little golden letter opener on the back of this outfit, by the way, that I like as well, hidden by the sheath. I want to point out the embroidery on the edges of this outfit is stupidly detailed.
It is.
It had better be. I paid
All
good money in blood for all of
They-
this beauty.
They literally textured like every fucking thread of all the clothing in this game. Like you can get like zoom in looks on a lot of outfits, and you can see the thread count.
Only the best.
Oh,
They pick their battles, and they're like, "This is going to be Fashion Souls."
look, Frank. Just let me hit you. You keep doing that. It's annoying.
The magics offered by the Executioner's gloves is very similar to the type of magics he casts, by the way. It's holy church magic.
Holy. Yeah. That's the
Holy.
word
He is of the church. He is a holy martyr. And he's really tall for some reason.
They like their tall people in this series.
Let me hit you a bunch. A bunch.
They do that, by the way, because game design-wise, it's far easier to tell what the person is doing with a larger than you. If they were made the exact same size as a regular human, it would be difficult to see what the bosses are actually doing.
You mean like a hunter fight?
Yeah.
Because they do that too.
Yeah. But that's the general reason it keeps coming up in the series, is so you can see the moves they're telegraphing.
I'd say Lady Maria's is fine. You can see her a lot.
She's a little bit bigger than you if you compare the actual models themselves.
He is tall.
I just gotta be methodical about it. Don't get too greedy.
You just have to win.
You actually haven't been hidden by the sky swords yet. Which was something that got us repeatedly.
It was always very, very sudden. Just like, oh, dead. Gone.
Yep.
Ow. None of that.
Yeah, when he dives at you, you always want to dodge towards it. Because he'll go past you.
Come get me, bitch. You raggedy bitch. Oh. Ow. Okay.
What? He keeps killing you because when he hits you the first time, you start backing up a lot, and then you get right in his kill range. I would say that whenever he gets you in a combo like that, dodge towards him so you can go behind him, and then you can run away from him and heal.
Yeah, that's the way.
That's what keeps happening every time. He starts hitting you in a combo. You back up a bit, and his most lethal range is like a mid range because of how his scythe is, and you get right in it.
Well, it's that 1-3 combo attack that he does with his sword that keeps hitting me. And
He's
So
the
you know,
least-
goes towards.
He's the least dangerous when you're closest to him, except for the AoEs. So if you can stick close to him and avoid the AoEs, then that is the way.
Alright, Ligarius, no more games.
The time I said where this was the time, that was a lie. I was lying.
I was testing you.
I was just playing.
And now I am pissed off. So now we go this way. And we're going to go up the stairs. And we are going to fall off this to the second part. And then we are going to gingerly tap our toes along here. And down here. And then we are going to quite lightly tap our toes down here. Reach right around. Fall. Break our ankles.
Imagine how cold your feet are walking through here. Like cold stones in the snow with old school leather shoes
very
on.
cold.
It's literally just leather with some hardened leather soles. It's all cold.
Poor Ligarius has been up here for God knows how long.
Well, let me put an end to that.
In his little knickers, in his nightgown.
Like enough that he was kind of turned into ice.
He seemed a little chilly. Bro, don't you have mana?
No.
He still doesn't spam attacks as hard as some of the fucking Hunter ones do. The bastards.
I don't like getting close to this ledge.
He's like, why not? Come over here.
Dumb. It's a dumb idea.
Come over here.
No.
I'm gonna throw deadly shit at you until you come over here.
Oh. Okay, God. You really are just gonna keep doing the same thing.
I'm not this close to the edge now. Now come over here and get off the edge.
No,
I'd love to push you off.
I bet you would. God.
I'm gonna do it. It looked like he was gonna take his hand, just push you forward when he spun around you like that. definitely a
my
boss
beautiful
where
face.
we're just using the force is useful. Where you just move forward with purpose and assume you're gonna be fine.
That's the way.
He's gonna boom goes the dynamite all over your face. Whoa. Hi. Something about that lazy 3-hit combo he does, it seems to magnetize to your ass.
You die every time.
Where he's just like, and he's
Uh.
done in succession.
He just has such a wide swing, and if you don't time it perfectly, then he hits you with it, and then you can't get away. It's annoying.
I think the reason that you haven't got hit by the sword stuff from the sky is that you're really quick about destroying the swords he puts down.
I do those the instant he puts them down, because I don't want more dumb shit happening. It's real annoying, and it makes it harder to stick closer to you.
There's even designs on the black parts of the arms and stuff.
It's got all the detail.
None of that.
We're gonna get you!
No.
Freeze you in place and grapple you. Slit your throat.
Better fucking don't.
Make you use 5 vials before you get there.
Only one man can have my vials in this castle. And his name is Logie Boy. Come here, Logie Boy. Maybe just to piss him off, I'll just call him Logan. Oh. I did Spider-Man things.
It's like 45,000 blood souls. It's like, about to dissipate into the ether.
I didn't even mean to do
It's
that.
just getting closer and closer to death.
They'll stack with the 30,000 you lost while juggling with the Hemwick.
To be fair, I haven't lost all that many souls in this playthrough. I think I've only lost souls like twice.
Well, when it's happened, it's been with a lot.
That it has.
Like on the line.
Oh.
Woo! He gives off like really like Russian, Bulgarian, Wallachian vibes to me.
This will be your last advance, Ottomans.
Like him and his music. He intimidated you with the edge of the map there and caused you to jump into the attack.
Sure did. I really don't like being that close.
He's like, come here, pussy!
No. Yes.
Get closer.
No. I'll hide. I'll hide.
You're gonna mess around and cause him to do a spell that Jordan and I haven't seen before that like blows up the arena.
It's gonna happen.
The radius of that is really high.
Yeah, it is.
I think he charges it the longer he charges it, the radius is higher. a lot of them converging, like piranha.
Hi.
You know, a missed opportunity with this fight, since you're on a roof and there's all these tiles everywhere, if they made it to where when he explodes stuff, tiles flew up and stuff like that.
That'd be fun.
Like did a bunch of environmental
would be
damage
fun.
with that.
That would be horrid to try and map out.
Not really, with the furniture mechanics they already have in the game. You see an old man flying by the screen. Old men are always the scariest enemies in these games.
They're the strongest.
Old men have had time to gather them.
I would say one indicator of the difference of how aggressive you are versus how aggressive Jordan and I are, you very rarely run out of stamina unless you're doing really heavy attacks. Whereas Jordan and I, when we're doing this, we are dodging and that's so often that we would only back up whenever our stamina bar is out. Like just spinning around dancing with the bosses and stuff.
I'm just scared of running out.
I was gonna get you with the 1, 2, 3. He was like, I'm
not the 1, 2, 3.
The 1, 2 buckle his shoe. It gets you every time.
You also make your combos way too long. He's like miles away from you, and you're just all slashing in the air.
Oh.
You just reach open all the attacks.
Oh, you're learning. You're learning the ways of aggression. Oh. He did the off-map kill that got Jordan every time, no matter what enemy it was.
Every time. If I can't see them, they're gonna kill me. If I can see them, it's perfectly fine. I'll never die.
It doesn't
But
help.
the moment I stop seeing them, dead.
It doesn't
I can
help
see a
that I
grapple
can
coming
just
from
be
a mile away. I could be an entire 3 car lengths away from them. I'm still gonna get got by it.
It does not help that he can just kind of stop me from looking at him. It's making me not able to lock onto him. That really kills me.
That's usually what you want to do when that happens is...
Oh, I didn't even mean to do that.
You did it twice.
I put it on my fucking lap.
Stop doing that. Every single time you kill an NPC, you do that.
My arm hurt. I had to rub it.
Yeah, the bosses jumping off and like losing the lock on them, that was never a problem for me. Like it would happen to me, but I was always fine with it. But I can see why that'd be a problem for some people.
It's really just figuring out the timing between when he goes up and when he starts coming down. I'm starting to get a
longer than whatever you're doing.
I'm starting to get a feel for it, but I still need. I need to kill.
Near the end of there, you started to channel the inner regression that's required.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a spot of beast blood might help. Hello. It's fine.
You're becoming more and more inaccurate on landing on this fucking walkway each time.
It's fine. Until I fall off, it's not an issue.
It's fine until it's not fine.
Exactly. And I don't even think I can use the heavy form of this sword because he'll dodge out of the way before I can get a second attack in.
You might be able to, but I don't think it's worth it. You wouldn't do enough damage to justify it.
Yeah.
I think your blood souls are in the middle of the ring.
Get away from me. You guys have weird mouths.
Get the ball. I'm just not a fan of the AoEs that bosses do on themselves. I don't like those. If they have like a long charge up, I'm fine with them. But like he in particular has attacks where he'll just suddenly explode.
Can you get away from there? If you walk this way, I'll fight you some more. Otherwise, I'll just hide. I'm not about to fuck around with the edge.
He's like, even if you don't come to me, I win because you're taking up your own time.
Well,
I've been up here for millennia. I have all the time in the world. He like slowly walks back and sits down in his chair.
power move. This fight isn't even worth standing for.
He's gonna boom.
Yeah, he is.
If you weren't aware.
I always play it safe whenever I know an enemy's gonna boom like that. Like, I know that you can get a lot of good hits on, but I'm always afraid. I stay far away until the boom is over. Lady Maria's another one, because every time she changes form, she has like a long charge up.
Where is he? Oh.
That little fucking sword hole. I never expected it.
Ow.
Well, that's where focusing on the sword too much is bad.
Yeah.
I only use
When
two
Jordan and
buttons.
we got by the swords a lot in the air because we were always more focused on him than the swords he was planting down. He could plant down multiple, by the way.
Well, that sounds horrible, and I don't want that.
It is, but our solution to that would be to increase our movement speed by an entirely new magnitude to avoid them. So we would just start fucking instant transmissioning around while fighting
just
him.
go into overdrive, then it's fine.
Just get good, bro. Stop dying.
Look at your amulet.
It is so very pretty.
It's probably a blood gem.
Probably.
Beautiful.
Leave me alone. I'm just climbing up this ladder.
This game's aesthetic is like really right up my alley. The Elizabethan outfits, the embroidered stuff, and like the old wood with the and all that. It really is right up my alley.
It's very turn of the 20th century. A real modern Renaissance feel. Feel like you might be about to go off to a duel. Let's aim this correctly. There we go. And we go up and over, lads, up and over. Come on, don't let them Jerrys get your cold feet.
Hello, one of the reasons I like how Warhammer 40,000 stuff is a lot. A lot of its aesthetic is like this, but also hard sci-fi as well.
Very.
And those are two of my more favorite things.
Very
is, like
future gothic.
Gothic and sci-fi are like two key things I love.
I don't like this thing you're doing.
This exploding kill the shit out of me thing, I don't care for it.
Could you stop?
Would you be a lad?
What if you just let me win?
No.
I thought that was gonna be it. I thought he was gonna hit you and knock you off the edge, and I thought that was gonna be it. I was certain, but he fully just missed.
I am doing everything in my power to stay away from the edge at all costs. I'll go this way. Leave me alone! You can't hit me here.
He's like, you came here, you bastard!
Well
You
then,
didn't
come
have
here.
to.
Meet me
You can
halfway.
leave you alone.
Meet me
You could leave
halfway.
at any moment.
Or you could die.
You could just die, that'd be also an option.
Yeah. Then I won't have to kill you.
I'm doing an important job. Just leave.
As important as me killing you.
I think he would think so. I think he would weigh that what he's doing is more important than what you're doing.
He would.
Well, we have vastly different ideas of what's important. Oh, it went through.
I think near the tops of these peaks it's a lot more go-throughable. Because that's not normally somewhere where you can be. So they probably just didn't code solid surfaces up there that high.
Makes sense. Alright, now that you're no longer on the edge. Go that way.
Not the 3. Anything but that.
You were doing so well earlier in the fight when you were near like where his throne was. You were doing everything right, and then he hit you really hard one time and like psyched
And it just
you
fell
out.
apart.
And like you lost focus for the rest of the fight. There was a period there where you were doing so good, and you took out like a full like 30 to 40% of his health in rapid succession. Where you were dodging towards them and like and staying aggressive until your stamina bar drained and everything. You were doing it exactly right. And then he got one hard hit on you, and you were like, "Whoa!" And then everything fell apart.
I got real close to death, and I didn't want that to happen, and I got scared because I felt like he was gonna make it happen again.
He's like, "I'm gonna kill you again and make you do the jog again."
No, not the jog.
I'll take time away from you.
I'll take time out of here. Oh shit! That tiny dart missed you and destroyed that piece of furniture. The force they're shooting these little darts.
That man has some strong lungs.
Like making his anus curl with how much he's pushing air through that fucking dart.
I imagine it's much like a jellyfish. It just sucks up air from the back end, and all of it gets expelled as you push forward.
I don't know what their weird little servant guys are. Their servants are almost exactly the same as those little assassin-y bastards in Dark Souls 3. Those little scrambly bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are. They don't seem human to me.
They were just named Cainhurst Servant. They didn't have any interesting lore on them. All the humanish enemies in here, that's what they're called. The blow dart guys and the people just scrubbing the floor. They just have slightly different stuff to them.
They have big hats on and Elizabethan collars.
Alright, Logie boy, enough games. Again.
I know I said that 4 times ago, but this time for sure.
This time I'm very serious.
I mean it.
Oh. I just realized he has his amulet that thing was there.
Seem to be up against a wall here.
I would say that's where you can actually do the most damage to him because he can't dodge away from you. It's actually a boon for you.
If he doesn't do that.
I even tend to sprint towards the bosses to close the gap quicker. I don't like that AoE because it's so hard to see coming.
It's near instantaneous.
He doesn't do it as often in the second form though. It's just his first form he tends to do it more in.
He can just be a little bit off. I guess he doesn't want to.
Oh! I actually only tend to lock on sometimes, really. But I wouldn't suggest that you do that. It's very unconventional. But I tend to be a lot more freeform. He has a little sword down, but it's stuck in the wall there, so I don't know if you can really give it a...
I don't need it. It's real annoying. I guess I'll just deal with it.
Well, he hit real hard.
Yeah, he did. He was doing more bullshit that time. It annoyed me.
I do believe that you've now fought him more times than you did Rom.
I think I fought him more than anything else. Yeah.
Seems like it.
It's like in the main game, I knew he was going to be an issue. It's like Rom, Logarius, or the two clear ones I knew that were going to be a problem.
Yeah. It's like Rom, Logarius, and the DLC.
I would say as the main game, the only other boss that I can imagine being a problem is probably
Flash.
Yeah, Mikolash, because Mikolash is a time-consuming dickhead. And Garamond is genuinely quite difficult.
Stop your incessant screaming. You're wheezing and you're screaming. Just stop it. You're dead. Stop grieving. You and everyone you know is dead. Nothing you can do
Garamond's
about
boss
it.
fight is real anime, by the way.
It is.
He likes to strike poses in the middle of battle a lot.
Where it is set at feels very anime.
Yeah, like basically like fighting in a field of cherry blossoms type scenario, and he's like, "I'm going to float up in the air and strike a pose and then attack you."
We're fine. Da 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 da. Bum.
Oh.
All right, Logarius. I'm done playing around.
This time for sure.
I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. You're a cunt and you're gonna die.
I'll say it again next time.
I sure... No, I won't.
That it'll
because
be
there
this
will
time
be.
for sure.
Next
I
time,
always
there
have
will
a
be no
sort
next time.
of I always have a sort of mini panic attack before I grab my blood souls. Even if there's not that many there, I want them.
Get away. Fuck.
Like, well, you went left, right for a couple times. Neither of those were getting you away.
Some zigzaggy action.
Leave me alone.
I am a fucking boss. Did you
So am
forget?
I.
How dare you not look at me? He just slowly hit you one after another.
Yeah.
You would have actually been quite fine if you ignored the sword that whole time because it was behind
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, it was far enough away from you. It wasn't going to do anything. You hated its existence.
I do.
And it led you to death.
My rage cannot be sated. I wonder if I take a beast pellet. Maybe that'll help.
You don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
It ups your damage, but increases the amount of damage you take as well.
Oh, well, fuck that.
Like, this is... Your play style will not be conducive for that.
It sounds very glass
You will just
cannon.
die.
I don't think if there's anything that would be useful. Probably, realistically, anything that I could think of that'd be useful would be stuff that you would need arcane for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
Even
don't
though
have
I don't
a
think
big
it would do
brain.
anything because Again, it said he was strong against all the elemental stuff, so it wouldn't do anything.
He
in
is,
particular.
but if he, the old hunter's bone would be useful for
Maybe.
avoiding explosions, and the empty phantasm shell, even if he is resistant to it, it would add, it would increase the damage of his attacks by a considerable margin, because it's like plus 50 points of damage, even if he resists it, that's going to be like another plus 30 damage every hit. He does about 120 damage every hit normally, so it would, every 3 to 4 hits would basically be like an extra free hit.
Which would always be nice.
But your brain is too mush. It's too potato soup.
You need to just win. That's your only option.
I've been focusing more on my eyes.
The only thing I can think of that would be helpful is something you can't have, so unless you went away for a long time and came back.
Look, you're not still mad about me trying to kill you, are you? Like, we both understand where the other's coming from. Okay.
He did the 1-2 buckle my shoe.
That was real quick.
Yeah.
I suppose if you wanted to, you could leave and come back later. Although this will be the second fight where that's been decided, because there's still the Bloody Crow of Cainhurst as well.
Oh no, I'm doing this. We're here already.
Because you can go to Yarha Ghul and do some stuff there for a bit.
Or I can get good.
Yep, that's also an option.
And I already am good. I just gotta prove it.
Available option.
We just gotta sprint through here. Don't mind me. Oh, you got in my way, you bitch!
She pushed you into a chair. She was like, have a seat. Stab.
Oh, that's gonna be a fucking file as soon as I drop down off that fucking thing. Dirty whore. I'm glad you died.
Even with the health you've lost, you still have probably, like, I'd say 30 to 40% more health right now than you did in the start of the game.
A pretty decent margin. But I need more. I need to be powerful. Alright. We'll work our way up here. This way. And we'll ignore the big man shooting big fuck-off bombs at us for a little bit while I grab my souls.
Like, excuse me, pardon me.
I gotta pick something up.
It's rather important.
Now, when you die, I'll have to sit on the floor of crisscross applesauce.
On the cold floor, you bastard!
Why are you here? Leave.
Why did you come to this place?
For you. It's always been you.
I always hate when he swings the little sword. That always hit me a lot.
is unending.
Here's where you're about to die.
No!
He's
I
doing
won't!
the one and
I
two.
refuse!
No, it's coming. It's coming.
He's doing the 1-2 again!
Oh!
He does the 1-2 whenever you're low on health because he knows he's gonna get you.
He knows you cannot dodge it.
He puts out that little bait for you. Saw up his skirt. Wow, he really wants to get you with that.
Death is coming.
It's not.
Where is anyone?
I hate it.
The camera like went into the floor.
Even the camera didn't know.
Can you stop this?
Really wants to do that.
No.
I think we're all better than this.
He's decided. He's like, I've got you now. I'm gonna stop doing it.
Here we go. Death. You chose death.
He's like, I got you with that attack I wanted to get you with. Now we can move on.
That
He just
one
wanted
fucking combo every fucking time. It's so
he wanted
quick.
to get you with the sky attack.
He just keeps jumping out of my fucking view, and now it's really annoying. Alright.
I like that when he jumps, he like slowly levitates upward.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like bend his knees and fly up or anything
He
like
just
that.
he just goes.
He just like starts levitating like a weird old man levitating. I saw your scary pursed lips. She laid that chair trap and it's gonna get you out.
No.
She
Fuck
took
you
that
all.
chair and in between instances she knocked it over.
It's like, I'm gonna get him this time. I'm gonna do it.
Fuck every single one of you. I hope those soldiers that came here and killed you did it slowly.
They beat them to death with the big scary wheels.
Oh,
With
is that
weird
what that's
fucking
for?
wheels. That weapon's called Logarius's wheel.
Oh, I have it.
Yeah.
Named after him.
I wonder why.
I think he invented it or some shit.
Something like that.
To better torture the confessions out of people.
Does it just drink your blood and you use that blood to do extra damage?
Their version of the wheel is instead of like actually like putting their arms and legs in the spokes, they just
The
take
wheel is mobile. It is portable.
They just take the wheel and they hit you with it.
They deliver the wheel to you
Yes.
for your convenience.
Oh,
They hit
glorious
the
wheel.
confession out of you.
Glorious wheel. Alright, Logan. I'm coming for you.
It's kind of bollocks that when you were fighting Alfred, he didn't use Logarius's wheel.
Like Alfred has it, but that's later.
Yeah, that
Before.
he has that later. It's not like it's some great weapon that would be overpowered for you there. I don't know why they didn't have him use it there.
I'm not sure.
Just fucking die. Stop it, and just
You're-
fucking
you're-
die.
You're too early to be throwing all caution to the wind.
He's one of those bosses that's sometimes kind and just straight up misses. It's nice.
It's real nice.
A couple of bosses in this game that do that, where occasionally they will just miss.
missed it.
I got your fucking number now, boy.
It'd be great if he just like did that and flew off the map and died.
That'd be awesome.
Never.
None of that. Oh, there it is.
See a close up of this big fighting. It does look like just a piece of wood.
We just strapped some metal to it on the end.
Some glowy sky metal.
No. Oh!
You got so close. That whole battle went pretty well.
You had gotten most of his health down, and you were like 17 blood vials still.
Yeah, that fight went really well. He got you with the little sword. I have no
Every
advice.
fucking
for the little
time.
sword. The little sword always got me all the time. So he swings it so fast.
Mm-hmm. With no wind-up, too. They'll just be
Given that
taking
the blind
damage.
spot that I have and that you have, the little sword, that's probably where a parry would be useful.
Probably, but
Probably
I'm not good at
parry.
parrying.
I'm not either.
Fuck your fucking chair.
No, it's like, please stop! Whatever you're doing to me, stop it!
Stop whatever you're doing. I hate it.
She left, and now he hates it.
It sounds like he's actively being like grabbed and twisted.
No, he just... I actually think he might want in here, but that's not happening.
I'll eat your cables.
I'll eat them all.
You better don't. Those are expensive. I pay for solid gold cables. They're not as good as copper ones, but they're expensive.
Like my cables are lined with the finest diamonds.
They do nothing, but they are there.
It's actually still very dangerous to the touch if it's active, so you don't want to do that, but it is cool.
Like mined straight from the blood diamond mines. Like I make sure they're procured as unethically as possible.
A child had to lose their life by that time.
I handpicked the orphan who would die for this guy. You're already starting to get on my nerves.
Sound it makes whenever he has all the skulls come out at once like that, the little "wah" sound, it sounds very familiar.
It does.
It's either an effect that they use in this game, or it's an effect that's in another game. Like the cleric beast scream. I've heard it.
Yeah.
Whoa. The the game was real kind and decided that that one AoE attack did nothing to you.
That is exactly what happened.
They
That's
fully
too
turned,
greedy there.
fully turned around and everything and didn't get it.
Oh, he did the 1, 2, 3.
Yep. I would say that if you don't sprint as often as I do. I tend to sprint a lot.
I do as well.
I sprint to the side and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Or like there, you could have sprinted away from the AoE instead of doing the repeated dodge rolls.
Yeah, uses
That
less
would've gotten you a bit farther. Mm-hmm.
I guess that's fair. Habits I've formed so far that haven't failed me until now.
It's because you
Well,
haven't.
they're
Came up,
failing.
I was about to say you haven't came up against someone like Ligarius, who's a fucking meat grinder. Because ROM is hard, but ROM is mostly luck.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Ligarius is straight up like he makes all of your deficiencies show through with his ball. Like him, Ludwig is another one where whenever you're there, it's like if you have whatever flaw you have in the game,
It'll be shown very
Yeah.
clearly.
You have to be better. Do
yeah.
better.
There's a couple of them where you just have to be better, and they're bastards.
I definitely get a lot of Pontiff Sullivan vibes off of Ligarius, though.
Like, I have no advice for Ludwig. I don't know what we do that makes us win.
We just have to win. We win, and then we
Like,
win.
You just have to win against him. None of this stay in close, like dodge this way, these more dangerous
It's just
here.
like, you just
go in
win.
and
You have
win.
to win.
Ludwig's one of those bosses where every now and then he's just like, I'm done with you, and he'll blow up the arena and kill you, that kind of stuff.
Oh.
He loves, in the second phase, he loves making half the arena non-livable.
Yeah, or he's just like, I'm going to put magic everywhere. And
Like if you're in that half of the arena at that point in time, you've died.
yeah, that's a boss where sprinting is a constant. When he flies up in the air, you just need to sprint around in circles, and then whenever he decides he wants to explode the half of the arena, you need to sprint around in circles.
Alright, where's my shit? Where are you going? Where are you going?
This music also reminds me heavily of the soundtrack for the recent God of War.
But yeah.
Okay.
We need to do at some point. We need to do Jordan's proposed Bloodborne sequel. Like, I want that to be really combat oriented, though. So we need to figure out how to make combat like visible. Find some program somewhere that works it out to where it's quick and easy. Like save a lot of content.
That would certainly be an idea.
Jordan has all the lore for it. I would have books in front of Jordan. It's like, learn how to be a DM.
Everyone
fucking
must
have
have
time. I never have time to do anything.
You must learn!
I don't have time to learn.
I put 10 books in front of you. It's like, learn!
Like I don't have the time to learn.
Read them!
Like There was time.
Oh,
Ah, fuck!
You missed.
and you know how tired your character swinging hands must be getting.
You're going to die.
He gets in these phases with you where he wants to hit you with that attack, and he's going to keep doing it until he does it. He's like, I want to hit you with this.
Really does.
Like, I'll hit you with this, and then I'll follow it up with some more attacks, and you'll super die from it. I know it.
I really like it as a good thing.
I think that's a good thing, him jumping around like that.
Oh yeah, it's easy to dodge once you know how.
Yeah.
Easy to dodge, leaves him wide open to attacks after it.
Yeah. There must just be something with his AI that whenever he does that, he wants to hit you with it. And it's like, return, enter, flood his AI with do this attack until it hits. And then once it hits, there's like a cooldown where he's like, he won't do it again for a while.
Seems like it.
We've done it, gents. We're here.
Well, you fool.
Why would you say that?
Because it's time. It's time. I said it's
never
time.
You never ever say that.
You never ever do that.
I tempt
literally
fate.
never.
I flip it the bird.
You defeated Logarius. He dropped a fucking rock.
You sure did.
Crown of illusions.
I will have my crown. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so now with the crown on, you
Go to
want
the
to
thing
go to where his throne was.
there where he was sitting.
Like this first.
There are no more enemies.
Yeah.
You defeated Castle Cainhurst.
Yeah.
So you're good from here on out. Look at how much of a pim you are.
Like, at least it looks quite appropriate.
I came here a dirty churchman and I leave here a king.
You've looted Castle Cainhurst dry. I think now you can buy the Cainhurst set, or maybe you have to get a.
If you get the badge from the next
Is it in here?
I think so. Then it'll show up in the shop.
Yeah, there's a badge you get in here, and then you can buy it. And it's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Most expensive armor set in the game.
Yeah.
Nice of them to clean you up for the cutscene, so you didn't look like a right fucking ruffian during it.
Yeah, very kind of them.
Just drenched in blood. Are you real? Is there anything back here?
Now an NPC is coming up. Could you please,
Please, for the love of fuck.
like, put your hands in your fucking pockets?
Okay.
You can talk to him, just, you know, don't fucking kill him.
Don't try to kill him.
I'll hold it up. You can see.
Like, well, you've
Exactly
killed
how I'm
almost
doing it.
every single NPC in this game, either through negligence or direct murder.
I'm holding it up. My fingers aren't even on the back two buttons.
It is the queen of the vile bloods.
Hello? Are you okay?
She beckons you to kneel before
She
her.
said, kneel afore us. Kneel.
Visitor. Moon-scented hunter.
You learn that emote as well.
Mm-hmm.
I am Annalise, Queen of Castle Cainhurst. Ruler of the Vile Bloods. And sworn
You
enemy
came here a
of the
churchman, but do you leave something different? A pim covered in gold, but also evil?
And we are prisoner to this
McConnell was a
wretched
vile
loss.
blood.
What is it thou art in search of?
What do I get for being a vile blood?
Fuck the church.
Fuck the church.
Well, an odd hunter thou art indeed. We've tired of these piteous nights. Share in our plight, and take oath against the church. If thou wouldst this path walk, I prithee, partake of my rotted blood.
Partake in her rotted blood.
Delicious.
Very well. Drink deep of our blood. Feel the spreading corruption burn.
It's marvelous.
Now, thou art too a vile blood. We two, the very last on this earth.
You've gained the Cainhurst bad in corruption.
Also respect.
So now when you defeat hunters and stuff like that, and bosses,
If
they
you have the corruption rune on, they'll drop
They have-
blood dregs sometimes.
you consume their blood and give them to her.
I see.
You have none.
Yeah.
We await thy return. For the honor of Cainhurst.
For the honor of Cainhurst, may I sit next to you?
Like, no, you stupid hoe.
Well,
You're not important.
that's mean.
There was an item on side.
And also lantern.
Yeah, and there's a lantern in here. So you don't have to
Like, that is useless because you could give that to Alfred.
Yeah. You could show Alfred how to get to her. And that does
And he would have a grand old time with her.
They would have a nice roll in the hay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
He'd show her the wheel.
Okay. So with that done,
Yeah, Hargul is the only thing left. Well, once you get the key in there, there's also the Upper Cathedral Ward, but you have to go partway through
Yeah.
Hargul.
so there's Yarhagul, the Epic Cathedral Ward, there's the Nightmare of Mensis, and the DLC.
You have to go through Yahargul first to get to Nightmare Mensis.
Yeah.
Remember?
I know. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Just as a list of things that.
I thought you were listing the possibilities that can be done now.
Very well.
So you are, if you include the DLC, you are basically about, I'd say, at the halfway point in the game.
Yay!
If you don't, you're getting there. If you
Yeah,
don't
if you don't
include
include
the
the
DLC.
DLC, then you have like two
A couple
main
more
areas
bosses.
to go through left, and you're done.
You're also in the level range for the DLC now, I would say.
You definitely are, yeah.
Ooh.
Earlier it would have been real difficult, but you're at a point where you could be doing it now if you had it.
Like, well, it still will be real difficult.
It'll be that way anyway. But
I'll probably
you're at a
buy
point now where it
either-
could be handled.
I'll probably
Yeah.
buy it either tonight or tomorrow or something.
I'd say after Yarhal Ghul would be the perfect time for you to
Mhm.
go off and do it.
That way we're not interrupting like halfway in the Nightmare of Mensis.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say do Yahar'gul, and then you can either do the Upper Cathedral Ward or the Hunter's Nightmare, and then after that you could do the Nightmare of Mensis, and then finish the game.
Ooh. I
So this
forgot
place
how
is real
they
bad. Everything hits a lot, and there's a lot of lasers and a lot of enemies that like. They have an interesting mechanic here where in a lot of places enemies will respawn and keep like spawning, and you just need to like cut a path.
You need to
where
move
you're
on.
going.
Yeah. Also a longer area, I would say, the first time you're going through it.
Okay, so this whole path here.
I think it's
You
the
need
next
to
one.
go-
It's fine.
It's like you need to go forward
I think
with
it's
purpose.
with lots of purpose.
I'm not sure how much purpose you're going through.
No, it's the next one where he needs to go with real extreme purpose.
That little twerp.
Plague-ridden rat.
got him.
Yeah, later if you ever see any enemies that are like glowing red, then those are enemies that'll like respawn, and they're bastards.
So at some point you just have to continue on to the next area.
A chunk. I hear things. Right. Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
You killed him as he was spawning.
They don't get blood echoes after the first time.
Nope. If they respawn, then you don't. No.
So there's no reason to just stick around and keep killing them.
You found the alternate helmet for the Yahar'gul set.
I like the hooded one more.
I like the iron one.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well. That's a shortcut. Give me.
Shot put.
It's a shortcut. So I guess I'll go back up. I see tentacles.
You're seeing
Oh.
amygdala.
Amygdalas.
Amygdalae.
Amygdalae.
Yeah.
Is it just me or do those have more tentacles?
Yes.
That's what he was talking about.
That's the thing I brought up during the boss fight.
Like, I've heard this rant so many times.
It's a very clear rant that has.
I'm not saying it's wrong, I've just heard it so many times.
Well, that's because you've been around when I've said it so many times. It's like, get out of here so I can say it more. Yeah. The theory we had last time about probably clipped through the ground, stuff like that, so they got rid of it is probably what it is. So, those little bitches, the one you just killed...
They're the ones that are summoning people.
Yeah, and normally you would have seen them a lot in the game if you had been playing online, because they summon invaders.
But they only show up in the normal areas if you're doing the co-op. The Mensis ritual must be stopped lest we all become beasts. Like, well, we may be a tad late on that.
We're real late on that. That's what all that noise was last time you were here.
Like, they've done something. We don't know what they've done, but they've done something.
Like, Mikolash is in there fingering the brain of Mensis right now.
Oh, that sounds like he shouldn't be doing that. Wait, so do I go out that
There's
way?
a door there.
I would say of the horrible things in this game, I view the brain of Mensis to be one of the more horrific. Just because it's one of those things where you look at it and it's like, what even the fuck even are you?
It's a brain, can't you tell?
But more. It's a
a
brain,
lot.
but much more.
No, no. Oh! I said no! Oh, hi.
Well, he's a Yarhagul version of him. Where he's all icky. Hey, he's like, hey, you remember when you used to be afraid of me?
I'm back.
Ow.
Wait until you see the Yarhagul Scourge Beasts. They're horrific. Inside out dogs.
I don't want to be in Yahargul.
Well, this isn't optional. Unlike Castle Cainhurst, which you totally didn't have to do. But if you didn't do Castle Cainhurst, you would not be wearing a crown or be dressed as a djinn.
Those are very necessary.
Clearly worth doing.
Yarhagul's whole purpose seems to be to make you feel like you did in the beginning of the game, when you're fighting enemies at the start.
Because they show the vast majority of the enemies are enemies you fought before, but just a bit different now. And more.
Oh.
You got.
You have been touched.
Well, I'm dead.
Oh.
Awesome.
So even if you did live, they're like, no, go down here again.
Guess I'm just running then. I've just lost like almost 30,000 souls.
They give a lot here.
It's fine.
I didn't want to lose any.
It's fine.
And you can stop that right now. No, you away. No, you.
Oh.
Let me out! Let me out!
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That bitch needs to go. They lost some of their ridiculous power.
I'm stronger than you. I swear.
He's gonna shove that gun down your gullet.
He's gonna try.
Oh.
None of
They
that.
reload real good in your.
He took aim so quick.
He was about to fire. And it was directly in my face. Alright, gonna spawn the one behind me.
Spotlight.
To kill him. And then there's this guy.
Hello.
Hi. Ow. 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 Stop it!
He grabbed you, put you in a wall, and killed the shit out of you.
He just grabbed me by the throat, threw me against the wall, and just bashed my brain in with a rock.
Like, remember, you do know how to parry them. You have the timing down on them. They haven't changed that at all.
You have fought him many times. It's just now you know he can instantly kill you. They've absorbed your confidence.
No one's more confident than me.
Also, another good reason for you to level up your arcane. There's a better version of the sword that you get later, and you require a decent amount of arcane to use it. Oh dear, that was just a lot of stuff that hit you there.
Alright, bitch.
Away! Away!
Put
They
down
say
the
while
gun.
running at you at full speed.
Put
Black,
down-
red, and rat!
Put down the gun. Ah, I shot him. Ow!
That was quite a throw. You're tempting fate with getting grabbed.
You are. For very little reward, I might add.
It's fine. I
Getting
needed
got
my
by the big
vengeance.
bad. Shit, the bell lady dropped something.
They were more Quicksilver.
Probably
bullets.
Quicksilver bullets.
And I have like 800. And I barely use them. Get back in that fucking dirt. Can I
We
kill
meet
you?
again.
Gotcha.
He did cock you a little.
Told ya.
Ow.
Pushed you straight on the floor.
Mm.
Still a bastard. I
They
killed
totally make you fight more than one of these at once later.
They do. So get used to that.
I don't like it. Do my shit.
And this is the second to last, you know, like level of the game, not including the DLC. So
And there's this. Another arrow.
I don't remember what that does.
Is that the one that raises the blood vial count, maybe?
I know I already have one. Ow.
Shot you
There's a
right in the
wheelchair sniper.
No, that gives you more blood echoes from visceral attacks.
I rarely do those.
None of that.
I think that weird wheelchair man is still alive. Because I'm reasonably sure he just rolled away.
It's like,
He's
I'm
just
fucking
gonna-
off.
He's just gonna jump me in the shadows. More cold blood.
Everything here sounds like it's choking.
Mm-hmm. Probably is.
Okay, I'm back out here. Do I have to go back that way? No, I can go
Yes. That way. There's a down here somewhere. A place you can fall off. I don't remember the exact location though.
right
I
here.
think it's to the right.
And there's like a place to fall off, and there's the key you'll need for the upper cathedral ward.
Yeah. I think it's down. It's down these steps and to the right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So down these steps.
Like you
Yeah,
get
down
you
these
get those visions of things once you get too close to an area. It's like my radar's going
I
off.
think you go down those steps.
Another man.
Another man with a cage.
Weird.
It's like, what were those cages for?
Why?
Hello, friend.
You don't
Get-
mind me
get
being
real
here,
close
do
to
you?
it.
Hello.
I really don't like being close to it.
Is it here?
Maybe. Either here, somewhere near here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Goodbye.
Hello there. I said, don't equip the
So
monocular.
don't put that on because you'll die.
It's like that would be very unhelpful.
Are you gonna follow me out?
I think he might be too wide.
Ha!
Kind
Whoa.
of.
That
I
almost
heard
went
more.
really,
There's
really
another one around here somewhere.
Oh, I heard him.
It's
I don't know.
it's in that cage, so I think you have to go up and then fall. I
Yeah.
don't think this was the way. I think I know where it is now, actually. So if you go Tiny Tantras,
That is a
so
spell.
go back out of this room. Actually, don't go this way.
Don't go this way.
No,
Is there not someone over there?
no, go that way.
I remembered this way because this is where you leave here.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah.
So go up and then back to where the path split.
I hate that it follows you with its head.
Mm-hmm. It's just watching.
Just observe.
Some of them are fine, some of them are not fine.
So there's more blood.
Ow.
Don't die. Don't do that. Go this way. And then go up there, and then I think hug the right. Hug the right on this area. Not you're hugging the left here. You see, that's out of the two directions. That's actually the other direction.
Oh, east? I thought you said
You
west.
said
Yeah, that's
west.
it. I saw it. I saw where you needed to fall at.
Yep, I did too. And now
Got
there's many
witches.
more. They will keep spawning. I'll just
Yes.
warn you.
Yes,
So-
these are enemies that will respawn repeatedly.
So you gotta go.
Oh.
You've died, you see.
You've done that thing. You see, you shouldn't have done that.
Mm-hmm.
That's your problem.
My recommendation was to not die,
Well,
personally.
Sometimes we don't
I
always
find-
follow the prescriptions laid out before us.
I find that not dying tends to get me to my goals faster.
So, yeah. I guess it depends on the goal, though. But yeah, I guess I'll
I imagine just at a TED talk, and it's like, if you want to achieve what you want to do in life, just don't die.
Uh-huh. If you don't die, then you can just achieve whatever.
Death ruins your goal.
You're gonna die here.
I won't.
You will. They're coming.
No. I'm better than them. I'm wearing a crown.
You gained 4 points of aristocracy.
Ha! That gives you bonus damage against the poor.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of those in Yarn. He's still alive, but that's a whole problem right now.
Ring it
Coming.
in.
You gotta quit that ringing.
The ring-a-ding atomic tango. That's the name of the quest. Fallout New Vegas, you have to collect the prostitutes for the Atomic Wrangler.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that just rung into my head there.
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
Jingle, jingle.
No.
I'm working on adding weird quests like that, by the way, to Fallout D&D.
I like weird Fallout.
I'm fully intending to crank up the weird Fallout, but I've been trying to get the party to a higher level before I do that, so that they won't just fall over and die.
That would be kind of important. I'll punch right through your shield. Don't fuck with me.
And so go up there and hug the right this time.
Yes, very
And then
soon.
fall off.
Yeah, right
Yeah,
there.
there. Just fall. Ooh,
Oh,
fell off a bit
no.
farther than I was expecting. But I think it's fine. Now go in there. There may be a man up here, possibly.
Ooh.
Right, yeah, right there.
Real big glowy man. And a big angry lady.
And you'll want to fall into there, I believe.
Oh. Oh, he just loves attacking, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He's
like,
all for it.
My power.
Oh,
I'm just a regular stupid again.
you're dead.
So I think
Ha.
fall in the middle of there if you can. Not
Yeah, you wanna.
if there's a way. Something
don't-
like that.
Over here, looks like.
Maybe. Yeah. That's where the key is.
Gimme.
So now we can remember. Do you remember that door we told you about 50 hours ago? That's what that opens.
He's exactly
It's like,
correct.
No.
you'd be perfectly fine if you forgot about that, like everybody else in the world did.
Literally, like, I think the first session we had where it was
Mm-hmm.
stable, we pointed a door out to you and we're like, okay, now way later.
It's like
we're gonna come
way
back.
later, we'll get a key. It's like that's the key.
We did it.
It's at the top of the tower in the cathedral ward that you were at.
Yeah, it's the tower where you discovered the
Where
old
instead
workshop.
of falling down to the workshop, you could go up. And
That's
there's the door at the top there. It's a real spooky looking place.
It was covered in
Rivals
candles.
Yahar Ghul in spookiness, but in a different way.
Yeah.
Is that where
Like
the
it's
brain
not so
is?
much gore and blood moon everywhere. It's more subtle and creepy.
It's more the stars are everywhere kind of.
It's the sky and the cosmos are one.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't internalize that yet, you will once you go there.
Like another location where the boss in the area is a god.
Mm-hmm.
Go away. Ow. Why do you attack so fast? Leave me alone!
I wouldn't fight any of these people,
I
frankly.
wouldn't. I really wouldn't. There's too many. They do too much stuff. You just gotta run.
I don't run.
And if you give them too much
They'll
time,
keep
they'll get back
spawning.
up.
I know.
Yeah, they'll get right back up too.
I know.
Some shit. I was about,
Some shit.
shit happening behind your back.
You gotta go.
Some shit's happening. Oh.
It's like Amygdala be staring.
Stop looking at
Amygdala
me.
is like, why aren't you running through this area?
Stop looking at me. Ow.
Ew.
Alright, I'm killing you just out
They're
of
real
spite.
fast with the Molotovs.
Alright, so where do I go?
Where the Amygdala's laser
Where the
beam
Amygdala is.
Oh. Okay.
You want to go towards it,
Okay.
and you must walk with purpose.
You done wrong. You did wrong.
You got afraid and went wrong. You should have went forward because it zigzags up the walkway.
The initial beam is showing you where the explosions will be, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I remember that from the fight.
Well, I don't know if you do know because you see you went into the explosion. So
He. Whenever we tell him he has to go somewhere with purpose, for a split second he thinks in his head, what does that mean? And then he fails. He fails a faith test and loses.
he goes the opposite way that I would like him to go. Like if I say go left here, and he'll just turn right.
And his
He
head
has the
is
same.
like,
He has the exact same disease that Tyler has. Where Tyler does the exact same thing.
during
If
stressful.
I'm watching him and I tell it's like go right, he'll go left.
Same thing.
I don't get it. I don't understand. It's just because it's consistently wrong. It's not like he just occasionally gets
Yeah,
wrong because of
it's
stress.
not like he
It's
doesn't know right from
every
left.
time.
It's always opposite.
And I just don't get why. I
All
don't
left
understand what
is
it
3 rights away.
Well,
Oh
you
no!
done-
Oh no!
So you were doing wrong there again.
Must be with purpose. That was with purpose.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Allahu Akbar! Get me out of here.
There you go.
Is my shit still out there? I don't know where it would be.
Maybe.
None of it's worth it.
It's not.
I think I'll get off here though. It's getting real late.
It's starting to get there.
And we got to a lantern, so I got a good checkpoint in my mind.
Another cage head man. Hello? Are you gonna steal me? You wouldn't
Like,
be
are you
the
going
first.
to take me away?
Goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. Let's see if there's anything good around here that needs looked at. I recognize that place.
When it comes to items and stuff like that, nothing's ringing a hard bell for me. I think it's mostly like Bloodstone Chunks and stuff like that that's in the area now. I don't think there's... Oh, I'm belching. I don't think there's any weapons or any armor around that you need to be getting.
Well, I do like chunks, but... Oh, this goes down. I was just making sure. Because I didn't know... Oh! Blood dog!
Or the dog. All the speed of dog, all the power of blood.
Oh, stop it! Stop
He's got
it.
that big dog blood.
God. Another one.
There's actually another one. When you were up there, there's a sniper up there. When you were up on that elevated area, you can drop down over there and drop on top of them. It turned its weird head to look at you better. Drop on that fella.
That goes back down.
He put it right up to the back of your head. There's some fellas here. I bet you there's a dog to the left of the steps. I feel it.
Nope.
Okay, there wasn't. I thought there would be.
Oh no!
Well, that was an unwinnable
He put it right
combination
in my throat.
there.
Yeah.
A pole jab and a big smash and a gun throat.
Mm-hmm. They had to make sure they got every base.
Luckily, your lamp is just right down the road and not in the horrible place.
Yeah. You better get back here.
Friend. There's actually a lot of those in this area.
Give me chunk. I got
Two
chunk.
chunk.
Oh, dogs. Oh.
They had a feast.
Oh.
So what you want to do there is you want to drop down on top of that guy. And then you can drop down on one and do a bunch of damage on one before they do that. The great dog blender.
They just ripped me apart. Fine. Okay. We'll do it this way. Got him. Put that down.
That is how you deal with that.
I got a rock.
This whole area is an area where I use the threaded cane a lot because everything hits so hard. I always wanted to stay far away from everything. I had sometimes with when there was enemies I didn't really want to fight. I had a sort of lion tamer strategy where I'd flick the whip at them and back up.
Effective, I imagine. Alright, friend.
Well, you really were just betting against everything there that you were going to stagger him.
I was more betting that I could get that damage. Because I knew I had the damage to kill him, I just didn't know she was there. I knew she was around somewhere, but I didn't see her before.
They tend to be invisible until you're real close to them sometimes. You normally have to listen for the bells, usually.
I had 8 vials.
Ooh, okay. So that lamp is broken. This used to be here. That was your old lamp. They broke it. There's some hunters here. In this area where the kidnappers used to be, in this main room, and they are quite something. I think there's like 3 hunters or something like that.
So
They are quite something.
full on Ornstein and smoke. Bitch.
It's being weird. That weird naked man is using the beast weapon, and if you do the DLC, then when you use that, you can, and you have a thing on, you can turn into a werewolf like McConnell. And all of its moves are different. It screamed at you.
I don't like that.
It's like the Blades of Mercy. It's the kind of weapons where you can keep attacking as long as you have stamina to attack with. That person has a cannon.
I hear terrible things, but I don't know where it's coming from.
Backing up into horrible shit. There's horrible. This is the street level, and there's horrible shit out here.
Gotcha.
You got him.
Do they spawn back?
No.
Good. It's my move.
Very kind of him not to shoot you with his cannon.
Bitch.
Very kind for the third one to just let this fight go and not chase you down.
Come on, you little bastard. Gotcha.
Whoa. Good thing they just missed there. They just missed there too. The goober just keeps missing.
Got him. My crown will not be sullied by you.
Had 17 quicksilver bullets on him. 18. Okay, so this last dude had a threaded cane.
Yes, he did.
I don't know where he went.
Probably waiting to do some bullshit. He's up here. Hello. Hi.
So that was the tiny Taunterus he used. So it's a threaded cane with a flame sprayer and some arcane stuff.
Hi.
I would always fight a hunter with that version of the cane because the whip takes too long to swing. That fucking cane does way too much damage, just in general. You're just hitting something with a cane. I killed gods with that fucking thing.
Got him.
You've defeated them!
Ha! If only they had worked together. I sit and I gaze upon your soul.
You gaze at the colors.
Disapprovingly, I might add.
Okay, so there's outside, and outside is full of evil.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall at all what's down here.
Well, let's see what's over here first.
Oh, that's a scourge beast of Yarhagul.
No, thank you. What's over here?
They're wrong.
They're real wrong.
There's another one.
Are you the only one? The only one I see. You there? Oh,
It's horrific. Its tail is a leg.
it's not how you used to look.
Has all the same movesets as the Scourge Beast. Because of the ritual of Mensis.
It's just a
They
little,
made everything wrong.
it's just everything's a little bit fleshier.
Everything's wrong here. It's not like this normally. Mikalash did stuff.
He did things he shouldn't have done, and now things are weird, and they're all
Now everything's
gross.
real meat.
Alright. Let's see if we can avoid. It's gonna be the name of the game this time.
You know, you may possibly have enough chunks to upgrade this sort of thing.
I think I do actually. I think I just needed another 2. Bye guys, don't mind me.
Definitely seems like you're committing that this is going to be the weapon you're going to go up to 10 on.
It is the most versatile one I've used so far, or the one that I have found the most usable with what I like to do.
It's a good all-around weapon. I used a sword like it, but real different from the DLC for my members of the game.
Does it do weird shit as well?
Weird shit. Laser beams.
Oh.
Suffice it to say, you find out that Ludwig's Holy Sword is a crude replica, and you find Ludwig's actual sword in the in the DLC.
Can you just like chill? You're real a lot. Really rather you not be. Thank you. Got
I think the
20
Scourge Beast drops are like the same as the regular Scourge Beast, like the Yarhagul one.
Well, at least they give me more blood echoes. What's over here? I hear a baby.
It's your eyes. Bloodstone Chunk, the kidnapper's dead.
What killed him?
Probably the Yarhagul Scourge Beasts.
Probably, yeah. That would make sense.
The kidnappers were servants of like the badness here. But all of the badness that was here are dead and gone and replaced with the horrible stuff that's here now, so. Okay. So on the street level you're gonna start seeing the some bad stuff.
Well.
There was a big locked double door.
What are you?
Just a bunch of arms and heads. That's all.
I don't like it. You're in a box. Why are you in a box? Oh, you did not care about that at all.
He's a big friend.
I don't like it. This looks strange. Hello? Oh! It hurts. Oh.
There's a shortcut around here, but I can't fully remember where it is. That elevator you almost fell down one time, it leads to that.
Maybe it's over this way.
It goes back to the first lantern of Yarhagul. It's somewhere around here, but I can't clearly remember where it is. Well, this ain't it. If I remember correctly, you get into an elevated area here where you walk across above the street on like an overpass. Yeah, it's on these elevated areas. That's where it is. I think up there. I think that might lead to it. Stretch out. Yeah, there it is. And this goes back to the first lantern, and then if you go, ooh, there was a secret place there.
Secret place I can roll out of.
Yeah.
Wall. Pass.
But yeah, the first lamppost of the area. Why?
Oh.
If you go down and right at the first lamppost, it leads to this, if I remember right. So.
We'll have to remember that. What is that awful sound? Is that what the pigs became?
No. I don't know the lore of those things. I can't remember. Oh, this caravan next to you is a rockin'. Look at all of them.
Oh!
Got some chunks.
I did. Get away.
I will tell you, past all of that nonsense is the boss. I believe it's this way of the road. I could be incorrect, and it's the total opposite side of the road where the boss is.
I think I'm gonna check down this way first.
I'll go back up there and read that note. That was like a people note, but you're offline. So what was that?
This note was here before. First time we were here.
I believe that might be to the one reborn in the boss fight. If I can have a little peeky peek at what that is. No, that's not it.
Does that go somewhere else?
If you had done other things, then an NPC would be dead right here. By the way, it should be on the ground right on those steps. This could lead to the boss. I can't remember which, like, extreme side of the road the boss is on. I feel like this might be it, because I think those doors were closed before. Oh, yeah, this is it. This leads to the boss.
Okay, I want to go the other way.
Because you gotta run through all of that stuff that's going on to get to him.
Gross.
Last time you were here, that door was locked. And now it's been burst open.
That's where the choir was, if I remember correctly. all these bodies members of the choir?
No. Yahogul is different. It's not sanctioned by the church. Weird people did weird shit here.
Strange abomination magics were performed here.
They opened up They went to a different layer. And this is like the aftermath of them going to the different layer. And you're gonna go to that layer they went to. That's where the Nightmare of Mensis is.
Oh.
Oh. And yet you live.
Oh.
You were the boy who lived.
Oh.
You need to make a run into that fire stuff. Yeah.
A lot of damage.
Oh, and the fire went out on it.
Oh. Interesting.
Earlier when you got hit by it that one time, I bet you if you got hit by it again, it would have done a lot more damage the second time.
Probably. Come on.
Slowly creeping.
Come get me.
So I think it has to be activated 3 times. Yeah, and it does more.
Ha.
I didn't know that. I was wrong. It is the other way. No, I was right. Yeah.
Didn't this used to be a gate?
I can't recall.
I feel like it used to be a gate. Hello? Let me in. It's dark out. It's scary.
So the opposite side will have them in like a zigzaggy pattern shooting bollocks at you.
Well, that
The
doesn't
one
sound-
reborn's actually not that hard of a fight. He hits like a Mack truck though,
Just gotta dodge.
but its attacks are avoidable.
Wow.
One reborn's another one of those fights where if you die, you gotta go through a long jog to get to him. Wonderful Scourge Beast.
No thanks.
There's just like a lot of noise that's happening.
Can you fit? Oh, he's not even paying attention to me. I heard that gunshot. What do you think you're doing? Ooh.
Hello.
I'll push you against the wall and fuck you. I'll do it.
See, as time has gone on, you've started liking the smaller blade.
I like the damage of the bigger blade, but it just takes so long to.
Long ago, I was saying I probably would be using the smaller blade more often.
Serpentine.
Yeah.
Serpentine. Anything over here?
Probably. Chunko? No.
Knowledge. I've got lots of eyes. My eyes see a lot of things.
You haven't been doing multiplayer, and you haven't been, there hasn't really been much buying stuff from the Insight shop, so you have tons.
Oh,
The guy.
I do have tons. Alright, defector.
The old hunter bell resonates. So I'll tell you now, when you're in the fight, there are bell-ringing women up on elevated areas, and you need to kill all of them first.
I hear whispers. Horrible, maddening whispers.
You ready for a real ick? A real whole lot of ick?
No.
So you're gonna want to sprint across the boss room, and it's either at the far end at the left or the far end on the right, one of the two. Can't remember which, and that leads to the elevated area where all the ladies
Is that what happened to the choir?
are. No. That is some of the people from the ritual, though. It's like a childbirth.
Yeah, weird how that keeps...
It came out of the moon.
When the moon is low, and the line between man and beast is blurred.
Makes a lot of weird noises. This friendo.
Sounds like it's snorting snot.
The One Reborn.
Get away from me.
You'll want to go all the way here and then turn right. Now there's women all around and you're going to kill them. Because they shoot shit.
Oh, well, that's reason enough.
They shoot shit and they buff him, and you missed one, by the way. Yeah.
Ha.
They shoot shit at you and they buff him, and the fight's like nearly impossible until you kill all of them.
Fall. Ha. I laugh as you fall. Antol's getting a little bit of damage in.
Yeah, notice it's done like very little for the One Reborn. So there was this one, the one that fell. I don't know if it died. I think that might be all of them.
I think so.
So, you want to make sure that you're attacking its rear end, but its rear end shifts sometimes and becomes its front end.
I don't know what rear and front is. So I guess that's the front.
That's the side that has the little man on it. But he'll sometimes go to the other side. Think your little friend might have ran out of blood vial. He's dead.
Damn. I hear you. Where you bitch.
I knew she probably would.
Oh. 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 Oh.
I cast at you.
I didn't realize you were just gonna make the entire fucking arena unwalkable.
That's an attack he rarely uses.
It's dumb. I almost killed him otherwise, though. If I would have just been able to heal up a little bit, I would have probably been able to finish it.
You gotta do that lap with no. You wanna go you might wanna go to the Hunter's Dream. No.
To the Hunter's Dream?
You might want to go to the Hunter's Dream and you can level up your weapon, and then if you go back to the first lamp of the area, you can get down to the boss quicker. Because that shortcut you open.
Okay. And I can check out the Cainhurst Set, since I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, that as well.
I should probably crack open a cold blood with the boys first.
I remember there was an episode of Law and Order where there was a person who was doing necrophilia, and he referred to it as cracking open a cold one.
Oh.
And that never has left me. I think I'll remember that for the rest of my days.
Yeah, that's a little.
You can do it again.
Yay!
Now you need a blood rock. You can only get 2 blood rocks per playthrough. One from the main game, one from the DLC.
Where do I find the first one? Is that gonna be in the next area we go?
The Nightmare of Mensis.
And let me guess.
So the last area of the main game.
Some horrible monster has it in its possession.
Yeah.
Yay.
There's the Cainhurst Set.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
It's Pimmy. It's silver armor, and it's got a cape.
It is quite expensive.
The most expensive set in the game, because it's made of silver.
Thousands upon thousands of blood echoes. Unseen village. It's just a cane. It doesn't do anything special. It's just a cane. But secretly it's been made with the blood of
I
the
believe
old
you go down
gods.
to the right, and you'll get to the elevator, but I could be lying.
I think you're right. I think I remember it being down this way. And over. Not over there. Leave me alone.
Oh, yep, that's it. He's gonna push it in.
No. You first. Those tentacles are real close to me. I don't like it. Damn it.
Oh. He didn't notice anything. You killed him in 2 minutes.
I did. It was wonderful.
You upgraded your fucking sword twice, so you're gonna be doing a lot more damage per hit.
I like it. And I need to sprint. Oh, there's stuff over here.
Pain Lake.
Ooh, that's the jewel that makes you really resistant to arcane. That probably could have been useful in the Logarius fight.
Oh. We might just ignore you. This time. Just let me in! Let me in!
Now I gotta beat up those ladies again.
Yay. Okay. Okay. I guess that works too.
I warned that he hits like a Mack truck, but he's not difficult. He just hits real hard and he has a lot of health. The thing I said about sticking to his ass is generally the correct though. He has a couple of attacks that are really hard to avoid. Like he has like an attack where he just like freaks out and kicks all his legs randomly.
Hmm.
And when he does that, you kind of gotta just get away from him. But besides that, he has a thing where he casts like fucking detritus just fall down right on top of you, and that does a weirdly high amount of damage. But it's pretty slow, so you can avoid it.
I'm not gonna miss this time. Reach in there. Ha! You are weak. Like another 250 more damage.
Yeah, like I said before, it's like in this game, unlike in Dark Souls, upgrading your weapon does way more stuff than leveling your character up does when it comes to damage.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it did to you.
I don't either. But it instantly killed me.
It did something where it hurt a whole lot. I think it did something where it technically hit you multiple times.
I think so. It's dumb. I was doing fine. And we had to do some bullshit. I hate you all.
In the DLC, everything's real fucking hard. The standard enemy that walks around in the DLC are the old hunters,
Oh.
and they're kind of like the hunter fights a little bit, but they're everywhere and they respawn.
That's horrible. Constant hunter fight sounds awful.
Like they're not fully like hunters. I would describe them kind of like being like Gascoigne, where they have hunter weapons and do some hunter movesets.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a lot. I mean, at one point Jordan messaged me because he was doing the DLC on his own for the first time, and he messaged me and he's like, "The old hunters are a lot." So that's from someone who's beaten the game like, you know, 5 times on his world. If you include the times he's beaten it with me, it'd probably be nearly 10 times.
What is this?
I think that does something. Yeah. Let me rub my nose on you.
Oh. Where am I going? Where am I?
Now you're here.
Where is here? Oh, I'm above them now. Oh, hi.
just a mass of stuff. They really do, like, the Scourge Beasts and the stuff in the street really do sort of indicate what you're going to be dealing with boss-wise later. I would say the Mensis brain is also like this. Like all fleshy and stuff, where I'm like, of the great old ones, it's the one that's truly horrific. Because it's like, I don't even know what you are.
It is perfection. Doth thine eyes comprehend that which lies before them?
Because, I mean, there's stuff like a Bryatus, which is just like a mess of tentacles and Cthulhu-ness, but like a face is visible and stuff. But Mensis is like hands and eyes and stuff, and I don't know what it is.
Maybe it's everything. The amalgamation of all of the pain and fear of all the people of life.
Ooh, I just remembered. We definitely want to go to the Upper Cathedral ward before we do the Nightmare of Mensis. Because you learn the... Whoa.
I very nearly just fell straight down.
Because in the Upper Cathedral ward, this is like a shortcut to the boss. Because you can just go right down there and get to him. But, you learn an emote called Contact there. It's very popular in the Bloodborne community. And if you make contact with Mensis, you get something.
Oh. I like things.
It's a real good something.
Well, that's even better.
My cat likes to jump scare me. Said my cat likes to jump scare me. Where I'll be sitting here calmly watching this and he will fly upon my desk suddenly without warning.
Because he knows you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
And that's where he thrives.
When he's doing that jibber jabber, that means he's summoning that sky debris stuff that does a bunch of damage. When he does that stuff he does.
Well, he needs to stop. This is all
If you can kill these ladies quicker, so that you can go down there and help your little friend, that'll make this fight a lot easier.
Well, if I land a heavy hit on him, it kills him in one hit now. So. Theoretically, it should be fine. One more. All right.
I'm expecting him to be dead.
Don't mind me, I'm just poking your butt.
So much slapping. If you hit him, yeah, I was about to say, when you hit him, it does a lot more damage when you hit the little man. He's puking on the ground.
you're in the front. The front has like 4 arms that hit. He is doing something.
Don't like it.
I don't either.
I don't want to get close. What is this? Oh, you just made a shower of guts and goo.
I think your friend's about to die. Definitely out of vials. He's got no health. Those are those attacks I was telling you about where he sometimes just freaks out and kicks everywhere.
I can't move. I can't move.
He's trapped in there.
Oh,
Cut your
it's fine.
You've done it! As I said, the one Reborn is not that. It's one of the easier fights in the game.
Just splooged everywhere.
He was doing a wee dance. Okay, so if you go up those stairs, you'll go to the Nightmare Mensis.
And we have to go to the other place first, right?
Yeah, the Upper Cathedral ward.
We still got another.
The Upper Cathedral ward is a lot.
Is it as bad as this, or just...
Yeah, but in a different way. There are 2 bosses there,
Welcome.
actually. There's the
Very
Celestial Emissary and then Abriatus.
Farewell, good hut, may you.
I will. Is Abriatus weak to anything?
Maybe, but I would say that that's not going to be helpful in the fight. Her fight's more about strategy at the time. And the Celestial Emissary is arguably one of the easiest bosses in the game, so...
Alright then. Do I have anything in the insight shop? I haven't really spent much. Oh, I could buy chunks if I wanted.
You have access to that. Even though we're only 3 hours in, we probably could wrap here, though.
Probably, before we get into
Since
the
we
whole
started
area.
late.
Yeah, we did start late. Okay. On the plus side, my car is nice and good. The issue was mostly just the tires themselves, or specifically my right front tire. And,
So they tried overcharging you for a problem that didn't exist.
well, the car's axles do still need work, but they were not the main issue. The main issue was that the front right tire was coming like apart, and I think that's because there are a bunch of speed bumps that lead up to my neighborhood, and they're like really high, like stupid high for some reason. So I think what might have happened is just over time, being reckless going over those bumps, it just kind of fucked up the tire, because he said the treading on them was fine. It was just breaking apart, essentially. But
You've been fucking mounting those curbs real hard.
apparently, but now I know every time that I leave this neighborhood, I go like 10 miles an hour until I get on the freeway, so. If people want to get pissy about that, then they can go right ahead, but that's some fucking nonsense. I don't know why the fucking speed bumps are so huge, too.
My guess is that in the past, people were crazy in that area.
and they probably were giving a lot of people tickets.
Probably.
And they said, you know what? How about we just install these?
Probably that, but there's so many people around here with just big old yee trucks anyway that just go right over them and don't give a shit. I had a dude go around me in a fucking Ford F-150 going 50 miles an hour over those speed bumps like 2 days ago. I hate
Some real
people.
yeehaw energy.
I hate people. I've been telling Haley, people individually can be smart. People just, as a general, every single one is a dumb animal.
I've been very negative about people for a very long time.
I try not to let myself get too down in hating just the general populace, because the general populace is what tends to vote, and that's kind of important. But my confidence in them, especially following Trump, has definitely begun to wane.
They're all drooling animals.
I'm beginning to wonder sometimes if democracy is
who
the way.
who wouldn't wear masks.
Half the country just refused. How do you even get to the point where you go from the point of masks may not be as effective as the CDC stated, and I'm not going to wear a mask because the government just wants to control me?
I don't.
I don't get how you get from point A to point B.
I've been actually looking up various businesses in my area to see what their mask policies are, to see if they've changed it with the CDC guidance, because coming Thursday, I'm going to stop wearing my mask in public, because I will, coming Thursday, be fully vaccinated and be free to lick as many doorknobs as I want.
You better do it. Give it a good touch with your tongue.
And so I'm going to be looking up to see if any stores in my area will get pissy about it.
To be perfectly honest, I might just keep wearing masks because I don't really care for people and I don't want them to look at me.
I was getting real close to saying, you know what, fuck it, I don't care if I get the plague. So the fact that CDC is like, you can now take it off. You've gotten the old blood in you. It's like, so I'm like, thank Christ, because I was getting there.
I get my second shot next week today, or I guess next Tuesday. Yeah, next Tuesday, the 25th.
Thursday will be the 2-week marker since I got my second shot, and then I will be free.
The old blood courses through your veins.
Jordan and I have been talking about the possibility that this weekend he and I might hang out, and it'll be the first time he and I have seen each other in person since March of last year.
It's a long time. It's a long, long time.
I was talking about how he and I haven't watched anything on Plex together in a while, and then I was like, soon we might be able to do this in person again. And he was just like, you're weird, I don't...
Yeah, I kind of wish I could do things, but at the same time, I already don't really go outside very often. So, I don't know.
I'm going to go to restaurants every day. And I'm going to go to bars, and I'm going to go dancing. And when my birthday happens, I'm going to have a big party. And I'm going to do all the things I didn't do.
As well you should. The COVID times are over, and now the jamboree can begin.
And you know what? If they say that a COVID variant has happened and it doesn't work on the vaccine, I'm not going to care. I'm going to be like, you know what? No, I did my time.
Half the country refused to do their time anyway.
They said no whenever the facts said so, and then I went with it, and now I can't go back. Sorry. No Biden, I'm sorry. No. You make another vaccine.
Operation Warp Speed 0.2 or 2.0.
Like, you better just have the technology outpace it, because I'm not doing it again. I very loyally followed the lockdown this entire time.
The only thing I'm really worried about at this point is whatever the shit going on over in India. Because that place is a cesspit and viruses change all the time in places that have little resistance like that.
That's an over there problem.
For now, COVID was originally an over there problem.
It's an over there problem. Build a big wall. I did see that Biden announced, I think today or yesterday, that we're going to start shipping a lot of vaccines over to the other countries.
That's good. I mean, we've gotten to the point where we probably have way more than the number of vaccines that we actually need.
I think about a third of Americans are fully vaccinated now. As in they've gotten both shots.
But surely by now we've got a very large stockpile in reserve.
Oh, yeah. And the last time I looked, I think there's like 100 million Pfizer shots or something like that we have in stock.
That's the one that I got.
I got Pfizer as well.
The Pfizer blood.
From what I've collected from people who have gotten it, it appears that Johnson & Johnson has the worst side effects when it comes to like the flu-like symptoms, but you only have the one shot.
Mm-hmm.
And Moderna seems to make people feel like they've been beaten up on the second shot, and then Pfizer seems to be pretty symptom-free.
The only issue I had was my arm for like a day.
Yeah, my second shot for Pfizer, my arm hurt for that day, and I was really tired, and that was it. And I moved on. I didn't have any of the horrible symptoms that other people described.
Haley never had any of those other bad symptoms. She took the Moderna one, but she did say that the day after she felt like she'd just been hit by a bus. So,
Did you have a headache?
I don't think she said she had a headache. It was more just a body ache.
Yeah, I've heard people with Moderna say that they have like headaches and body aches with Moderna.
They've got the corrupted blood.
I think Moderna was the first one. The first.
I think it was the Moderna and then Pfizer.
Pfizer came shortly afterward.
And then Johnson & Johnson was like, "Hey, we got a thing too. You want to give us money?"
Johnson & Johnson's like, we only have the one shot instead of two shots. And when Johnson & Johnson was making theirs, they actually tested it against some of the variants at the time that were cropping up, the South Africa variant and stuff like that.
Ooh. Just feels so weird to talk about things like that. The South Africa variant.
Uh-huh.
It makes me think of the fucking plague in I Am Legend.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I don't like it.
I mean, to this day, whenever I watch some movies and stuff like that, and people are like at a party or something like that, and they're really close together, I'm like, oh no, get away.
You better get away from each other. Biden won't like it.
I mean, I think about the famously cramped like Japanese like train stations.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, no.
Yeah, and that's a country that relies heavily on its public transit.
No.
But they've also had relatively low numbers, haven't they?
No, they've had it's been bad there too.
Oh, I actually didn't know that. I guess I haven't heard much about Japan.
It's been real bad there. There have been calls for them to cancel their Olympics.
I did hear that. I actually thought they did do that, because wasn't it supposed to be last year?
I believe it was postponed, but because it's on even numbered years, I believe the Summer Olympics, I think, is what it was going to be.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
The Summer Olympics are even years, and the Winter Olympics are odd years. Or is it just every 4 years, every 2 years they switch off? Like Summer, then Winter Olympics? I don't remember. All them sports competitions.
I think the next Winter Olympics are supposed to be in China. I think one of the Olympics is going to be in China soon. Damn it!
I feel
Because
like
I was
America was
reading,
supposed to host one at some point in like the next 10
uh,
years or so.
yeah, Los Angeles, I think. Um, but yeah, because I was reading about how Nancy Pelosi was calling for us to boycott the Beijing Olympics, but I don't know what year it was. I think it might have been 2024 or something like that.
Well, I mean, we got a lot of things erupting after Trump happened. We got
There's a lot
Israel
going
wanting
on.
to finish their genocide with the Palestinians. We got China wanting to genocide the Uyghurs. We got the Philippines under control by Duterte.
Mm-hmm.
Bolsonaro's still in Brazil.
Putin's been trying to set up a personality cult lately.
Has he not already had one? Or do you
He's
just mean
he's
extending to
starting to
America?
he's specifically starting to rise up. There's starting to be a lot more state propaganda talking about Joseph Stalin and how great he was,
Ah.
and he's starting to equate himself to Joseph Stalin. So for over the past couple of years, there's been like a creeping Stalinist element where they've been talking about Joseph Stalin in a positive light in Russian state media. And now the pivot has come where Putin is starting to have parallels to Stalin in like public imaging. So they've been building Stalin up as this great figure for years now, and now they're saying Putin is like Stalin.
Putin is a Bond villain, but I will say he is probably the most capable world leader in the world, in my
He's really
opinion.
smart, and I hate it.
Yeah. He's the bad guy, but he is one of the best at his job.
He's really smart, and I hate it. Really, the best thing we got going for us is that he's been in power for too long, and inevitably, when someone's in power for long enough, they start slipping.
Mm-hmm.
They start having weird thoughts because they've been in charge for too long.
They have absolute power for so long, they forget what limits are like. Sometimes you can't just have all of your enemies executed in broad daylight.
I mean, he's not been handling Navalny very well. So
That is true. He's still alive, right?
yeah,
And they just
I mean,
had
the pure
him
fact that Putin
extradited.
hasn't been able to just kill him should really show that his regime is having problems. Because
Yeah.
if he was to just kill him, then it would prove everything Navalny did was correct, and it would make him a martyr, and that could potentially topple Putin's regime.
It's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
It definitely seems that they're just trying to starve him away.
But he's
They
lived
have him
long.
imprisoned on bollocks charges.
I knew that he was in Germany in a hospital whenever he was originally poisoned. They extradited him though, didn't they?
They have him jailed, and they're not. It definitely seems like they're malnourishing him and stuff like that.
They're gulagging him.
And so it seems that they're going for a long play, where they're hoping that he just deteriorates over time, and it's like, oops, he died.
Well, weird how that happens when we moved him into the dungeon.
Turns out he was real unhealthy, and that whole poisoning that you guys said he did, he was sick, and the fact he died shortly after proves.
How well do you think that'll actually go over, though?
I mean, it won't go well internationally because we'll all know, but it depends on what the Russian people think.
That is fair, and he has had quite.
Whereas,
I know that he fixes his elections, but I don't know by how
Mhm.
much he fixes his elections. Because I know he does have a sizable
he
following
fixes his
in
elections in
Russia.
a smart way. It's not like fucking Lukashenko, who fully lost the election by a pretty considerable margin. It seems that the independent observers believe that he lost the election 60-40, 60 going to the opposition. And he claimed that he won 80% of the fucking vote. It's like, that's insane. Putin rigs his elections in a very intelligent way. He has set it up. They do things like create fake candidates to bleed opposition votes away, to split the opposition. Sometimes they do good old-fashioned ballot stuffing, but when they do that, they make sure they win by a conceivable margin
Like,
and not I won 90% of the vote.
like he won a little bit by 5%, and that's believable.
I think in the last presidential election, they made sure that Putin had a majority of the vote. He was over 50%, but it was out of like 9 candidates, and I think they gave Putin like 51% of the vote or something like that. Which is like conceivable.
Yeah. It doesn't immediately raise eyebrows when you look at it.
But his party, I think it's called like the One Russia or United Russia or something like that.
Something
It's
very fashy sounding.
well, it's not a party of ideology at all. It's a party of power, is what it is. It's the party that you're a part of if you're with the state.
It's the Putin party right now.
Yeah, and they have some lesser affiliate parties that if you are a Russian and don't have free access to the media, you may not know is actually just a, splinter of One Russia and votes with One Russia all the time, or United Russia or whatever it was called. So they do it in a very smart way where their goal is to confuse the electors and things of that nature.
But the smart people know the true.
They don't do this whole I won by 1,000,000 votes, even though only 5 people voted nonsense.
I won Georgia.
He doesn't do that.
Yeah, I feel like he probably would have been ousted a long time ago if he did do something like that.
And whenever it becomes clear that they will lose unless they did crazy stuff like that, then they find clever ways to disqualify the opponent. Navalny is a clear example. Because Navalny ran for mayor of Moscow, and it seemed like he was going to win, but the media did a blackout of him and didn't cover him at all, and then he was still getting really good, and then some random corruption charges were thrown against him that had no merit at all, and disqualified him from the election.
Sketchy.
So they do stuff like that.
I'm going to need to look up on my world news. I've been a little bit focused on domestic stuff for
I've been
a little
slowly pivoting back to foreign policy, which used to be my specialty. I used to know everything about the world. And who was in power and what they were thinking, what their agendas were.
And Israel and Palestine.
I reshifted my focus and forgot what was happening in the rest of the world.
Yeah. And Israel and Palestine is just the latest tinderbox to start going up. I would really like it if Biden took a more harsh stance on it.
I thought he was going to, because there was that stuff where he didn't contact Netanyahu for a really long time, and usually Israel is one of the first contacts a new president makes.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone took that as an intentional slight. But yeah, I think Netanyahu did that on purpose. I think he's doing the current conflict on purpose.
Oh, absolutely. I think this really, to me at least, feels like this is where they're daring people to actually come in and stop them. Because everyone has eyes on Israel right now, and to keep going and just ignore everything is just...
No, it's an internal politics thing. Because Netanyahu's been struggling to have a clear majority government for years now.
Mm-hmm.
He's also under criminal investigations, by the way. Netanyahu is.
Isn't he also on like a 6th runoff election or something like that?
Yes, they have not had a majority government in a while. And him going to war with the Arab people is a way to unite his voter base.
While also aligning with the far right, of course.
And from what I saw, from how the Israeli state was acting in the lead up to this, it definitely looks like they were intentionally provoking the Palestinians. Because they were doing some really absurd shit.
Yeah, they were fucking with them on Ramadan. Wasn't it specifically that right before all of this started, it was there was a march that was planned that was basically an Israeli nationalist march that was going to be going through Jerusalem, and they decided to clear out the Al-Aqsa Mosque.
Yes. There was that. There was they terrorized a bunch of Palestinians in the West Bank in what I would say is a clear showing of ethnic cleansing, where they're trying to get a lot of Palestinians to move out,
Mm-hmm.
where the state was doing things like spraying skunk spray and stuff like that in Palestinian dominated areas to get them to leave so that Israelis could move in.
I know that they've also instituted laws so that whenever, before the 6 day, they have a law specifically that says that if you're Israeli, you can move back into homes or territory that you owned prior to the 6 day war, but they have explicitly excluded the Palestinians from such a thing.
Yeah.
So.
And they cut off the loudspeakers to several mosques on at the end of Ramadan before they could do the call to prayer and things like that. That was obviously going to provoke a retaliation, and I see no reason why they would do that. I see no agenda that you could fulfill by doing stuff like that unless you wanted to provoke a response.
Yeah. It really just seemed like they were looking for a reason to do what they're doing now.
Because they did all that, and a lot of cities cracked down really hard on them and injured hundreds of people, some of them in critical condition.
Yeah. And
Um,
also,
and then that's what caused Hamas to issue an ultimatum for Israel to back down, and then they obviously didn't, and then Hamas fired loads of rockets. And then Israel responded with airstrikes on civilian targets.
Yeah, because those are comparable.
I mean, we've gotten to the point to where a lot of people in the UN are saying that Israel's committing human rights violations and war crimes, but they're getting official statements to be drafted to say that are getting blocked by the United States.
Weird how that happens.
What I've just described is the way things have been for the past 20 years with the U.S.-Israeli relationship, where Israel, under Netanyahu specifically, will do something insane and absurd and will cover for them. And we all, myself included, thought that this was going to be different this time, and it hasn't been. But there are certain elements within the party that seem to be getting real upset because Sanders and AOC and the like have been really critical of Biden over this, and they haven't pulling back their punches.
And they have every right to be, especially Rashida Tlaib, who is actually Palestinian.
We would say that Sanders in particular, because Sanders has bent over backwards trying to be a good boy since things have gone down the way they did in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And that's changing. And like I said, there's that quote where he said, we need to take a real hard look at the aid we send to Israel. He's the head of the Senate Budget Committee.
I think he should use every bit of power he has.
If Bernie Sanders says that we need to look at that, then he could potentially block a proposed budget in the Senate using his committee.
That he could. I would be okay with that.
And if they want, they can call him anti-Semitic. If they like. If they would like to do that.
Call the Jewish man anti-Semitic, yes.
Call the most public, most powerful Jewish man in America an anti-Semitic. Go right ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Call him and Chuck Schumer. Be like, you anti-Semites.
I mean, I absolutely think they would do it.
Two old New York Jewish men. It's like, you anti-Semites.
But you know what really rings true with the Republicans? The narrative of a race traitor.
Yeah.
So, I hope to hear good things about Israel and Palestine in the next week, but I don't hold out much in the way of reservations.
I'm not sure what the Biden administration is going to do. I don't know. There's a real mix of people in the administration. So it's difficult for me to say if they're going to go one way or the other on any given issue.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's the most powerful man in the Senate right now, who's essentially just a Democrat who's mostly a Republican.
Manchin doesn't touch on foreign policy at all.
Wouldn't they have to pass any kind of like official resolution through the Senate though? Like if I guess not necessarily. Well, like on a budget thing, wouldn't he have to? Because the Senate votes on a budget.
Yeah, but Manchin doesn't really take strong stances on foreign policy stuff, and the reason why is because the constituency he appeals to doesn't really care about foreign policy stuff 99% of the time.
Fair enough.
So he doesn't really do much stuff with it. He tends to be more focused on social issues here in America, being both pro-choice and pro-life at the same time, that kind of stuff.
Gotta toe that line. Speaking of which, I assume you've seen the Supreme Court took up a big abortion case.
Yeah, I don't keep up with the Supreme Court. I'm just expecting the worst at all times, and then if the worst does come to pass, then legislation might have to be passed.
Yeah. I just saw, I think it was yesterday that they took it up. So they've surprised me so far, but I feel like this is the big one that they've been waiting for. So I really think they're going to pull out all the stops for this. But
Clarence Thomas wants more than anything else to tear stuff up. Like Samuel Alito and Clarence Thomas are the two real bad ones. I believe I want to say Kavanaugh has been one who has in the past said that he doesn't like the idea of changing precedent like that. And I think Gorsuch as well. I don't know what's her name's opinion, the last one they got in.
mm-hmm.
They pushed her in so fast I can't even remember her name.
Well, I remember she's part of a cult, so
I remember that. And we were told we couldn't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And since Dianne Feinstein was the leading Democrat on that committee, we didn't talk about it.
Even though we should have talked about it a lot.
But she hugged Lindsey Graham.
Yeah.
And said that those hearings were some of the best hearings she'd ever been a part of. She did that. And the fallout was so bad that Chuck Schumer pulled her aside and stripped her of her ranking member status. And when we took over the Senate, instead of her becoming the head of the Judiciary Committee, they made Dick Durbin the head of the Judiciary Committee instead.
She fucked it. She tried to toe that line, and she fucked it.
She is the worst. I hate her so much.
But, okay, I have to pee, and it's probably about time I head off here. I gotta figure out what I'm doing with my dad tomorrow, so I haven't even thought about it, so gotta figure things out. So I will probably talk to you tomorrow. Maybe we'll try and get the boys together for Starship stuff tomorrow, since it didn't happen today.
We'll see. I don't know. Everyone's always busy all the time.
Yeah. I just want like an hour. Just an hour. That's all I need. Fine. If worse comes to worse, I probably just have to wake up like 2 hours early on Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll probably talk to you tomorrow.
All right.
Oh, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.